one of those where you're like, hey, it's Friday. No, it's Thursday. Hey, it's Friday. No, it's Monday.
Yeah.
No, it's Friday today. Guaranteed.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm a little late getting into the Facebook Live. You can go join us now. Facebook.com/KDQN921. Oh, man. Big plans this weekend?
No, actually, no plans whatsoever, and I'm kind of down for it.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Very cool. Unfortunately,
you?
I have plans this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about them, though.
Okay.
Because last time, listen, if for long-time listeners of the show who have been with us for a while, you'll know that Jay Lindley, Patrick, and myself went on a boys' little trip, a couple years back.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing it again.
All right, this weekend.
Yes.
How exciting.
Yes, very excited for that. Good morning, Ann Archer Oates. Good morning, everybody there on Facebook Live. Yeah, so I am very excited for that. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say whom. I'm not going to say what.
Okay.
It's going to be fun, though.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Thank you very much. Got some ball games tonight. Got that's about it.
It is.
That's really about it.
Yeah.
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 Same for you, right?
Yeah. Ball
No
games
plans?
tonight, and then I'm going to try to sleep this weekend.
Yeah.
I have not been sleeping.
Just shut in, man.
I know. I'm really looking forward to it.
I don't understand it. Everybody's trying to get up all early on the weekends. Get out of that.
I do like getting up early on the weekends.
Nah. Just let your body catch up from this lack of sleep that we
Yeah.
get.
If you don't have anything pressing to do, you should just let your body sleep as long as it needs.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as oversleeping.
I have no alarm clock on the weekend. Not happening. That's not the way it goes.
Don't you have a baby? That's an alarm clock, right?
Yeah, but he's pretty good at sleeping till 8.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, if he wants to. He'll get up at 6, something, or 5 sometimes in the morning. But he's
your
very
worry.
Yeah. Ain't my worry.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I like getting up on the weekends. I'll be honest, I don't have much of a choice. Our little one, her sleeping schedule, 6:30. She's up, and then the weekends I try to let the wife sleep in because she doesn't get up much later than I do, and that's all she asks. She said, "I'll do." She does 90% of taking care of the baby, puts the baby down to bed every night, all that. Just all she asks is if I can watch her for a couple of hours in the morning.
I see.
Yes, I can do that.
That's
So,
your job then.
I used to getting up early
I'm
anyways.
usually the one putting the baby to bed. I really try and do my part. Especially like at that 4 o'clock mark. I'm usually trying to do that. If
You're
I can.
powered up anyways, right? So-
Yeah.
Right.
No, 4 p.m.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you can get I get home and I try and give away nap time for mama and child and stuff. I'll usually try and be the one to be on the ball there.
Right.
And sometimes, man, especially with his job, just don't get the sleep I oughta. So I need to, especially Friday. Now Sunday I get up early.
Yeah.
But Saturday I'll sleep in till 10. I don't care.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. It's great.
I'm so jealous.
It's so great. Yeah.
I don't
It's
know the last time I've done that.
yeah. But the problem is the curtains in my room. That's the problem.
The
if I
blackout
curtains, I
yeah.
mean
Is it 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I do
though.
blame it on that a little bit. But it's like that is my gosh, I need to catch up time Saturday morning, really.
Yeah.
That's not to say that sometimes, oh man, though, when I wake up natural though, that's my only thing. I just wake up natural. Sometimes it's 5:30 and then it's like,
Sure.
woo, got the whole day. There's no doubt that getting up early on a Saturday morning has its amazing benefits.
Oh, yeah.
But that's because I stay up later during the weekday than I do on Friday. Friday, a lot of the times, I will be like, I just can't make it past 8:30, man. The party wild tonight.
I hear you. Usually Fridays don't do too much because that's like at that point I know I'm getting up early.
Yeah.
Saturday
Yeah.
morning anyways. So
Yeah.
and I don't get the sleep I should all week. So
Yeah.
it was all week I've been suffering from last Friday when we had a birthday party for my wife.
Right.
You all were there, but
Yes.
there was some people who did not leave till 1 o'clock in the
Right.
morning.
Yeah.
And I was almost ready to light the house on fire,
Right,
just
right.
because I know that surely would get people out.
I mean, did you do the hints like like that? It just doesn't work.
Just a lot of looking at the clock.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
fake watch on my hand, or
Yeah.
the watch that's not on my
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that, and they were having a good time. So who was I to stop
Right.
it? I guess.
Yeah.
So you guys like, well, I think we should be retiring and stuff. All right, we'll stay here. If you're cool with us being on your deck, like,
Yeah.
get out of here.
They were inside the house at this point.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I've done that. I'm like, all right, y'all can, I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys Just, make sure that you close the door on your way out.
Well, there you have it.
I remember the days of parties. I would, even if it was at my place, I would just, what you used to have a name for it. I would just retire. I wouldn't tell
The
anybody.
Irish exit.
I wouldn't ask
Yeah.
anybody. I would just go.
Yeah.
Disappear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing, especially when I'm at a party that I'm not hosting or nothing like that. Just like, just
Yeah.
1 minute you're there, 1 minute you're gone.
It's so
you know?
great.
Yeah.
That's what it's nice hosting a party because you don't have to go anywhere. And you can, you don't have to worry about, anything.
Yeah.
And but except getting people to finally leave.
Yeah.
So I'm so torn because it's nice that if I want to have a drink with a friend or something, I got to make sure I got a DD set up if I'm going to go over to their place. But if it's at my place, I don't know. I'd rather be somewhere else, but there's more logistics involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Obviously.
worth it almost, Like, you can't be the guy Irish exiting your own party.
No, it's
Yeah.
rough.
You need
People
to,
start
like-
looking for you.
Yeah.
Get your baby crying like pre-recorded, right? And just like click a button so it starts. You hear the baby crying. Oh gosh, you guys, sorry, it's probably time to go. We're too loud. You gotta
We
go.
use the baby as excuses for so many
You got
things
the
know.
best
already.
excuse ever.
But then, like, all my friends are parents, so
Yeah.
they're all like, "Oh, well, we'll go in there and help
Oh,
out."
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
No.
That's not necessary.
The baby's not even there.
Yeah.
Like, staying with a friend.
No, she's very contagious. You do not
Yeah,
want to be
yeah.
in that room.
Do not invade the bubble. All right.
Yeah.
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 Pictures are all crooked inside her room.
Oh, yeah,
they
you
might be
can't have
flying
that.
off the shelf.
Yes.
Hit you right in the eye.
Yeah.
Can't go.
There's
in.
there's a fire in there, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to go fight the blaze. You guys all leave, okay?
You're gonna leave, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a fire. I
yeah,
guess.
yeah,
so.
I guess I will.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
goodness.
partying is a very much different affair
Yeah.
these days. I aged like 10 years in one day
Yes.
recently.
Yes.
And, it's just not interesting to me anymore. Like, I don't even want to have drinks 2 weekends in a row. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like, did I have drinks last weekend? I was with you guys the whole time.
I don't know if you did. I don't
Well, I mean, we're doing this, thing this weekend. And I'm like worried that I'm going to have drinks there. And then I was like, that's 2 weekends in a row. I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want my weekends to be, down the hatch
Yeah.
every weekend. I'm sick of it,
Yeah.
So,
I enjoy going to parties now more than I did when I was drinking because first of all, like I can drive, I can leave whenever I want.
yeah.
And I don't have to worry about waking up hungover or getting sick in the night and stuff like that.
yeah, and the sober person at the party is always like, it's all you sometimes look like you're having the most fun.
I do, yeah.
And you almost get to stand tall among a bunch of drunk goblins that are scampering around.
I don't look down on anybody
No,
that drinks,
no.
but I do. I don't know. I thought once I quit that all my social skills would go down the hatch, but
Yeah.
it's actually a lot better now.
Yeah, you've like honed them in. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
For my wife, she doesn't like to drink, maybe a couple times a year or something, if even that. But she does enjoy just being around the antics of
Yes.
it all,
Yeah.
But what about, is it weird to see somebody like drunk talking when you're sober?
Yes.
Because like when you're also in the same realm as them, you could be like, it's not really processing clearly with
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
but you're not saying nothing of value either, but you're standing there talking to somebody and they're like, is it more pronounced? Are you ever thinking like, did I sound like that?
Yes, all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, there's
know
a
you-
lot of slurring. And,
Yeah.
you were trying to leave the other night, and you got caught by one person in particular who was really had a good time. He had a DD there, so he was letting himself go a little bit. I wonder if you even understood a word he said.
I did. I find him to be a very, very endearing fellow.
Yeah.
I just filler. Yeah. It was more trying to get into the house when I got there that I was having problem. And I told Patrick this, and I did not mean to make you feel bad, but I kept making eye contact with him to like help me.
I was just oblivious to it. I was like, he's not talking to me right now.
I didn't want to be too obvious, though. I love him to pieces, but I was just like, I'm getting antsy just standing here.
Yeah. I can imagine just going to a party and sitting down and just some guy yapping at you, and you're just like, I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do get like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually, if I'm leaving early, if I haven't been there long and I'm leaving, it's probably because I was triggered.
Yeah. Triggered.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a brief break. Not the break. Let's do the weather, rather. It's brought to you by Horatio State Break.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests. Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
#1 country weather.
All right. The Horatio State Bank weather. Today, widespread frost early this morning. Otherwise sunny with a high near 60. Light southwest winds increasing to 15 miles per hour through the morning and afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 36. Stronger winds this evening as well. Tomorrow, 50% chance of rain. That has been bumped up. Cloudy with a high near 57 tomorrow. Strong winds as well, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Saturday night has an 80% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms with a low of 49. Sunday, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before noon. Going into Sunday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 39. Monday, a 20% chance of showers. Tuesday, a 70%. Wednesday, a 60%, and on it
With
goes.
some lows right at the freezing point, too.
Absolutely.
So I see a couple of instances, possible freezing rain.
Yeah, Wednesday
week.
night. Yeah.
Very least, get your galoshes out.
Yes, that's right. Well said. That is the weather brought to you by Horatio State Bank. 25 degrees outside your #1 country studios currently. Yeah. We've got all kinds of stuff coming at you today. We got plenty of football squares to give away, a Facebook Live drawing, birthday club drawing, Congressman Bruce Westerman, news, sports, more weather, topics of the day.
Yep.
Plenty of stuff to come at you. I will tell you this. Did you guys have good evenings last night before I launch into mine?
Yeah.
No, mine was
uneventful and
terrible.
boring. Yeah.
I'm still renovating a room in the house.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
just slow going, and obviously it's very loud work too.
Yeah.
Lots of cutting and and
dun,
hammering.
yeah.
Yes, so
Malleting
stuff
more.
that it's stuff that just cannot do once the baby goes to
Yeah.
bed. And
Yeah.
she goes to bed at 7. So
Yeah.
after
She
that,
not a
I
heavy?
just-
Is she not a heavy sleeper? Like that would wake her up for sure.
I don't know.
Have you tried? You should try to like on a weekend nights or
Yeah,
something where it's
I know.
like the consequences are low.
I know, but she's asleep and
Yeah.
quiet.
Oh,
Yeah.
She'll awaken the beast. You know,
Yeah, and then she's
Yeah.
just awake for
Yeah.
3 hours, 4
Yeah, yeah.
hours.
And
you know?
at that point, I don't think you should be doing any kind of work. You should be relaxing at that point. You know?
That's fair.
Relaxing when I'm done.
Yeah, when he's dead.
My
Yeah,
house
I
is a
guess.
disaster right now. Like it's
It's a work in
so
progress.
stressful because the room that I'm working on had the most stuff in, and now it's all in other rooms. I got another room.
yeah.
That I gotta get this one done so I can I'm gonna have a crew come out and put some new carpet in some of the rooms, and I gotta get this room done so that'll free up space in the other rooms to put the junk from
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, we're literally out of room in our
Yeah.
house right now, and there's just pathways to walk, and I've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
I got a Lawrence Pest Control contract, and they got to come today to do it. So I'm just like I'm gonna eat or text the guy here in a little bit, be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rich.
Probably not a good
Can't
day.
happen. Bless this mess is what I say.
yeah. Well, it's like what game is that? I remember there was like a board game with a bunch of cars on it, right? And you'd have to like back out a car to back another one.
Love that game.
It's like that, like where you have so much stuff in that house. You need to back out a room and then into another before you start working on anything else.
Yes.
Like now it's traffic. Yeah,
At least I'm putting new flooring down. At least I've got the baseboards all painted, ready to go. That's the part I always say. I don't like baseboard work, like getting them all fit back in and the coping and everything. But I got that all done.
I have seen you do that.
Yeah.
I have watched you do that, and that sounds horrible.
It's just very meticulous, right? To do. I'm kind of a perfectionist with some of that. I don't want no gaps or nothing in anything. So
Who wants gaps?
Who wants gaps? Nobody wants gaps.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I did. And then the 7 o'clock, I don't even remember. Like I just sat on the couch. Ate a stromboli, and
Nice.
yes, that was nice. A good stromboli.
Yeah.
No, no, it was professionally made.
Nice.
Professionally made.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, well, you better listen to my pro tips today.
Oh,
We're going to be talking a little bit about stromboli and some easy ways to make it.
You better listen.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Yeah.
Jennifer, your evening was
Horrible.
terrible.
Horrible.
Tooth pain, yeah?
I wasn't
am.
even done telling
Oh,
you
sorry.
about mine.
I'm
The only thing
over
else
here.
I had is I did hang out with a couple of very briefly with a couple of East European guys yesterday. It was all legal. There was nothing bad going on.
random.
How is
So
my thought is
how is Piotr?
yeah, Dimitri actually.
Dimitri.
Yeah. But my thought talking to him is you're in America now. You don't have to wear tracksuits anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't. You don't have to
Quite
do
fun.
that. You
Throw it away.
leave that behind.
Hopefully it's
Get some slacks, blue jeans.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
looks great around here? Blue jeans.
Yeah. Hopefully the tracksuit is tearaway. So as soon
Yeah.
as they like get
What
on
it was.
American soil, they can just away.
And it was like
and then walk yourself right into a gap. So
and they were Adidas. They were.
I mean, they're nice.
Yes,
as nice as
classic.
tracksuits as it gets. But I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
It gets some nice acid wash jeans or something.
He
Who
used-
are these fellows?
You used to have track pants like that. He
true.
did.
Yeah, I didn't buy them. Our parents bought me them.
I think you were more than stoked to have them.
Yeah, maybe.
Because of a certain show that was
I was going to say, it was right around that time he
around
started
that.
watching
Yeah.
it.
Fit in real well.
Yeah.
I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Never again.
Well, how did you come upon these chance fellows?
I'll tell you later.
All right,
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
good.
Aw.
All right, fine.
Great fellows, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
Great fellows. I love them, but
You just took the time out of your day to be like, "Hey, man, it's the tracksuit. You're in America now.
I didn't-
Put on a pair of Levi's and a polo."
one of them's got arms as big as my head.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
These are Armenian fellows.
No.
Okay.
Balkans.
Oh, okay.
More
Yeah,
Balkans-ish.
yeah, you don't wanna mess with them either.
No. But like I said, fantastic guys. But I was thinking, like, get some blue jeans.
Yeah.
Get the no more tracksuits. It's
Yeah.
America, all right?
Yes.
So you
They're
didn't
going to
say
deport
that.
you
Yeah.
wearing those things.
Yeah. Jen, you had terrible tooth pain.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
It happens. Yeah.
What else?
That's it. I slept sitting up on the couch, like right in the corner of my couch, and it was just an awful
What's going on
night.
with your dentist? Go slap him.
I know. No, it's fine. I still have lots of dental work to get done, and he can't see me for about a month, so just got to power through it and hope I'm
month?
not taking too much ibuprofen.
A month of tooth pain might as well
Yeah.
be 3 years of leg
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah, but I was really nice on the phone. I was like, it's kind of hurting.
They give you on a scale of 1 to 10. That's not fair. That's
It's
not a
not.
fair thing to ask.
Oh, it's the worst pain I've ever felt.
And
So
shouldn't
for
you
you,
just go for
personally, a
10?
10.
Yeah.
But like, if you say 10 on the phone, Air Evac's coming to get you.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
No, if you put 10, they're going to be like, well, you're in shock then, so you probably don't feel it anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that scale. I don't like being ass bit.
I like
because
the
I'm just-
faces.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one, I saw that one when Caitlin was giving birth.
Yeah.
I was like, as she's giving birth, I'm like, which one of these are you right now? Are you
Yeah.
the real grumpy looking one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did she
Yeah,
did she
10
tell
is-
you which
and-
one she was?
No, she tried throwing the anesthesiologist machine at me.
There, there you go.
10 looks mildly dyspeptic. That's like what 10 looks like.
Yeah.
It's just- you get annoyed.
Stub the toe, maybe.
Bothered.
Yeah.
Bothered for sure.
Yeah. And then who's going in being like, I'm a 1.
Yeah.
You know, I'm cool.
Best
Yeah,
day of my life.
Yeah.
Never felt better
Now
whatsoever.
see now I feel goofy. I think.
What did you say?
Well, this was a few months ago when I got, I had strep. The first time I got strep and an ear infection, I went to urgent care and they're like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain level? And I said an 8 because my ear pain, it was really bad. And she's like, oh.
8's a good one to get into.
Yeah, but I probably shouldn't have said 8. I wasn't dying or anything.
Flying you to MD Anderson.
Yeah. 8 gives you chance to go up, especially if they're making your weight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a 9 now.
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5.
I base it on like the most painful things I've ever felt, 1 to 10. And I just kind of, I figure out where
broken
I am.
bones in your body.
Yes.
That's a 10.
Not like tooth pain. Wow. Not like tooth pain.
See, tooth pain is different. It's like
right to your brain.
Exactly.
Skull, right?
Yeah,
like
your
instead
jaw.
of, getting like beat or something in your torture, like the Chinese torture or whatever, where they just drip water on your head for like 50 days.
It's exactly what it's like.
It's a different type. It'll drive you insane.
Yes. I am literally going insane.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm here.
You'd rather a quick shock of pain, like breaking your
Yes.
arm and and that'll take away from the tooth pain.
Exactly. Yeah.
Give me that thing.
I was reading last night about a guy who had a severe tooth pain and he stabbed himself to focus on a different kind of pain than his tooth pain.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
I'll give you something to cry about.
I understand now why people get addicted to like opiates and stuff because when they have tooth pain or any other kind of pain and they take it.
Tooth pain.
What?
They'll throw those
They
out for
will.
tooth pain.
They
Yeah.
will.
At least used to.
You remember we talked to this guy who was one of the organizers for this effort to put more Narcan out for the community. He was hosting a training here in Kdqn. Said, "Come on by, I'll give you a couple free doses. That way, you ever run into somebody that's having a narcotic overdose, be able to save them." And he was talking. He gave his personal story about how he went in to have his tonsils removed, and he said it was painful. So they gave him some medication, and bam, before you know it, he was addicted to it, and he was on heroin and fentanyl.
Yeah, it's
Cheaper
scary.
and easier to get.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And if it takes away the pain, so of course you want more and more. And yeah.
I've heard from like a big city fire department saying that is their biggest tool. It's not the hose, it's not the helmet. It's that they are
Narcan.
Narcan, that they're like first on scene. With that, which is kind of crazy. Like that's just your most used tool on your belt is to stop people from overdosing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say for a lot of police that's probably the same. I think surely anybody else kind of familiar with that story, I believe out of Florida, of that female police officer who she initiated a traffic stop. And she found they had like a rolled up dollar bill or something. She was like, "Oh, it was like folded up." Excuse me. And there was something she suspected was fentanyl. Wind kicked up, blew it right in her face, and she immediately just like seized up, fell to the ground, having a overdose. And fortunately, another officer arrived on the scene real quick, administered that. But the pictures are horrifying. I mean, she's laying there, looks like she's absolutely paralyzed.
I actually sat there yesterday watching a few police videos, just in amazement on how quick some of these people are. I just don't know. I don't know if that's something you can teach in the academy. They could teach all you can, but like that quick acting and agility is insane. I watched a few videos. I was going to bring them up, but they weren't that. But now it's apropos. There was one. So this lady's running, police body cam. She's running up to a lake, or not a lake, like a pond, outside some apartments, and got a call that a baby was in trouble and stuff. And she's like, "Where's the baby? Where's the baby?" He's like, "He's in the pond." And she just like dove in there, got the baby. It was insane.
Sound effects are awesome.
Yeah. Came back, and then like.
Last time my buddy tried to describe Joe Dirt to me.
Yeah. It was crazy. I was
bam.
So
he'll buff out.
Yeah. Joe Dirte. You know, like Joe Dirte. All right. Yeah, and then another one where a guy was like, "All right, let me pat you down real quick." It's like body cam footage, and the dude just like he's not about to have that. He just whips out a gun on the officer, shoots him in the knee.
Oh.
And the officer is able to sprint away behind another car. And not only that, like he got shot in the knee and he had his gun out immediately, like unloading on that dude.
Yeah.
And like it was, the video was incredible, you know? And as the guy is trying to take off in the police cruiser, he just hops in the police cruiser. He's like, this will be my getaway vehicle. Police officer kind of chasing after it with a tourniquet. Like he pulled a tourniquet off his belt and he's like chasing after it as he's like putting a tourniquet on his own leg.
That's crazy.
Iron Man, Oklahoma City too.
Wow.
Oklahoma City police. And then the craziest one I watched.
The suspect stole the officer's vehicle?
After he got shot too.
Okay.
So they both shot each other, and then like the way it kind of worked, the police officer kind of had to run the other away from his cruiser, and then he took the opportunity to run to the cruiser, get in, and start driving it. So he's trying to fire on the cruiser and chase it down as he's applying a tourniquet to himself. This is John Wick. This is the real type of stuff,
Wick,
man. The real John Wick.
Real John Wick
Like
works
that.
for Oklahoma City Police.
Yeah. And then the last one I'll
Don't you
describe.
dare hurt his dog.
Don't you
Nope.
do it. The last one I'll describe very quickly is one that was incredibly odd to me, and I guess when looking at the comments, it did make sense that a guy was probably trying to do suicide by police. He crashed his car really bad, and so it's suspected that he was trying to do that to end his life, and then figured the police would be on scene. He could do that instead. So the officer's talking to this guy completely normal. He seems a little suspect or something, but he's just been in a bad car wreck, you know, and he's kind of just standing there. He's just out of breath. He's kind of shaking. He's like, I almost died, man. I almost died, you know. Thank you, officer, and this and that. And officer just literally just pulls out his pen and pad, and he's just writing. And you see the guy, he leans over onto his knees, kind of like, you know, how you would if you were about to, you know, throw up or something. And then he just goes, blah, and just runs at the officer, full sprint, just yelling, you know. And the officer acted so freaking quickly.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, like, you know, what are you doing? You know, and pulls out the taser, tases him down.
Nice.
But then the guy is like not now used to the taser, so it's not working on him anymore. And he's like, and he starts screaming, I've got a gun, I've got a gun. And he runs to his broken up car, starts like rifling through the back seat. And then as soon as he pops out, the officer had no choice, like had to do it, you know, like he was already had his real gun out. But it was the craziest part is not only his quick reaction time, but that guy just like leaning over at like quiet, much ado about nothing, and then literally just going mentally like insane, you know, and just running at him. You better kill me. So that's why it's
gosh.
insane.
Where was this at?
I didn't see where that one is out of, but these videos are great on Reddit, like, you know, of like actually police doing incredible jobs, you know. Anyway, I suppose we should I wanted to talk about what I did last night, but
Maybe after the break.
Maybe after the
Because I want to
break.
hear.
Yeah.
I do want to say quick.
really important.
You guys should really watch Court Cam if you haven't yet. That is one of the coolest shows.
Court Cam.
Yeah, it's like people like losing their minds in like trials
That
and
sounds
in front
nice.
of a judge and
Yeah,
stuff like.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's good.
Yeah, nice. Well, there you go. We got to get into it. We're way late. It's time for the 6:30 block Ag Vantage Report and the rest. Coming back with my night and also Jen's pro tips into genuine RV power trivia and all the rest. So we'll be back with the Brew Crew.
Good morning, I'm Kate Morgan. It's time to take a look at your EAB early morning market update. Here's how the market's closed. March corn at 6.54, up 1 1/4. May up 1 1/2 at 6.54. January soybeans at 15.01 1/2, up 34 3/4, with March of 21 3/4 at 14.92 1/2. March wheat at 7.43 1/2, down 3 1/4. May also down 3 1/4 at 7.51 1/2. March cotton at 85.67, up 3.09. May up 3.07 at 85.69. January rice at 17.50, up 12. March also up 12 at 17.77. In the livestock complex, February live cattle at 156.78, down 58. April down 60 at 160.68. January feeder cattle at 182.70, down 110. March down 90 at 185.65. And February lean hogs at 80.28, down 225. April down 188 at 89.65. That's your early morning market update from your EAB Ag Network. Have a great day.
The first ever Arkansas Grown Conference and Expo is coming soon. The Arkansas Department of Agriculture and ag organizations are hosting this in-person event where our farmers who grow our farm-to-table food can connect, hear from experts, take farm tours, and network. Join us for the Arkansas Grown Conference and Expo at the Embassy Suites in West Little Rock, January the 25th through the 28th. The deadline to register is January 11th. Sponsors and vendors are also invited. Go to arkansasgrown.org to learn more.
Bad theater seats, cheap Halloween masks, my apartment, all things with obstructed views. Add to these large trucks and buses. 18-wheelers and large buses have big blind spots, and like my apartment, they don't always have the best view. Bus and truck drivers deal with blind spots around the entire vehicle. Always take care not to ride alongside or too close behind them. Our roads, our safety. Learn more at sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Your local Sevier County Farmers Co-op is up and running at their brand new location. 801 West Collinray Drive in Kdqn is where you'll find the same great service, quality feeds, and farm supplies, but now with an expanded pet supply and backyard poultry selection. Stop by and see what's new at your local Sevier County Farmers Co-op on Collinray Drive next to TJ's in Kdqn. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 1. Follow Sevier County Farmers Cooperative on Facebook for product info, farm news, and events.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for production workers. Both shifts, part-time and temporary positions also available with wages from $17.25 up to $21.95 per hour, as well as a $2 per hour attendance incentive. All new hires receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications available online at jobbite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action, equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply.
Simply by adding some of the most essential oils to your medicine cabinet, you can help alleviate a variety of ailments. Harris Drug in Kdqn carries a large variety of 100% essential oils, over 30 oils to choose from, along with essential oil necklaces, bracelets, and car vent clips. Discover the natural benefits of essential oils at Harris Drug in downtown Kdqn.
The holidays are past us, and we have a renewed hope for tomorrow. And your friends at Gentry Chevrolet hope the best for you and yours, but some things remain the same. If you're going to keep the family ride a little longer, make sure it's winterized at Gentry Chevrolet in Kdqn. Check the antifreeze, change the oil, get the front end aligned. Gentry Chevrolet has windshield repair and replacement services available, and no-wait oil changes available too. If you're ready for a new one, let Gentry Chevrolet order it for you. And remember, they have the best pre-owned inventory in our area. Check them out online at GentryChevyInc.com.
Here at First State Bank, we've been serving the area since 1973. We're local, just like you, and being local means we make local decisions too. We're here to serve you quickly so you can spend your time wisely and not in line. Now, that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. Bank at home with us at First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All we're here to do, we're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Bill out $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
At Pruitt's Foods in Kdqn, they understand that quality product and a quality shopping experience go hand in hand, which is why Pruitt's takes such pride in their meat department. From choicest whole meat selections, experienced butchers, quality cuts, and excellent service, to daily low prices and special holiday deals. By the way, if you're at Pruitt's Foods and don't see something you need in their meat department, just ask for an available butcher to assist you. That's Pruitt's Foods in Kdqn, located on Collinray Drive and available for online grocery pickup at pruittsfoods.com.
Tired of hearing your vehicle making those awful noises? Are you scared your vehicle might fall apart as soon as you hit the road? Fortunately, we have Baker's Sales and Service, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer bringing quality parts at reasonable prices. Finally, that car, truck, or SUV sounds like it's supposed to. Now that's a place that can really get my engine going. Baker's Sales and Service with locations in Kdqn, Horatio, Nashville, Texarkana, Ashdown, and Locksburg.
If you've recently found yourself searching for a new family pharmacy, Harris Drug in downtown Kdqn is it. Let pharmacist Renee Logan add their entire friendly professional staff in your business. They have everything you expect in your family pharmacy. They accept most insurance, have a full gift shop, even wedding and baby registries, a new baby section, and free delivery inside city limits. Ask about Harris Drug's mobile app and website and enjoy their convenient location. Harris Drug in downtown Kdqn. Everything you want in your family pharmacy.
All right, we are back live. KDQN 92.1. Let me tell you about my night, Jennifer.
Please.
All right. So Yaman left Alana for this new girl, Kristen, on Love Island, and I protested. I said, that is not right. Kristen's brand new. He's known her for a day.
Yeah.
You know, and Alana was cute and sweet and all that. And then at the end of the episode, two uncoupled girls get put up for elimination, and she has to go home. And she was so sweet. Alana did. And then Yaman's now with Kristen, and Kristen, don't trust her at all. She looks kind of like a Kim Kardashian type. She's super you know, and by the end of the next episode that they were now together, she was talking about how Yaman doesn't know how to kiss very well, and like he chooses a lip to kiss on and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Love Island is now my favorite show in the world.
I guess I should really watch it, huh?
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Apparently you haven't watched Love is Blind.
No, I don't like that one that much.
Yeah.
No.
I like it for the drama and the people who make themselves look like idiots.
Yeah. Well, I don't like Yaman anyway. I thought he was
I don't
a
like
big
that name.
sarcastic, you know, like meathead.
Yeah.
You know, who was with a very sweet, you know, girl who was very much like, I don't give my feelings away to anybody. And she liked Yaman, and then Yaman, you know, they were all together for many episodes, and then Yaman was like, well, I know, I do want to explore other things, you know, because Kristen came in like looking incredible. You know, that's how they do this show. They keep introducing new guys and girls.
Yeah.
And they're saving the extremely beautiful ones to come in and shake things up, you know?
I think I have seen a season of this.
It's there's something about these shows that's kind of like a train wreck.
Do they bring him in on a boat?
No.
Oh.
They just what happens is everybody has phones, right? And people will get a text. And so everybody's sitting there as couples, you know, just having a good time at the villa, you know, and then all of a sudden they get a text and it'll be from a unknown. It's like, hey, Kira, I would really like to have a date with you, Winston. And there's no Winston there yet. And then everybody's like, oh, Winston? You know, and the guy that's with the girl is like, he's all like, who's Winston? You know, hopefully he's not as cool as me or whatever. And then she has to go on like a blind date and meet Winston, who is like, you know, perfect.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
And then my favorite guy got voted off too, because he was too good looking. That's why they did it, because they knew like he somehow didn't get coupled up, and then they were like he'll take every one of our girls.
Right.
So let's get him out of here.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think?
I mean, that sounds like something I'd watch, to be honest. So.
I don't like Yaman. Hopefully, you know, he gets voted off. I don't know. I don't know. I thought that was anyway.
Yaman.
Jen's Pro Tips brought to you by Harris Drug and Gifts.
Yes.
What you got for us?
All right. I want to talk about frozen yeast rolls today.
Okay.
Because they're awesome. So obviously you can get them at Walmart or Pruitt's or whatever. You usually can get like 36 rolls for maybe like $5 or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. But I didn't realize that there's so much you can do with them. You don't have to necessarily, you know, thaw them out and then throw them in the oven and boom, you got dinner rolls. You can actually make so much more with it. So stuff like cinnamon rolls, stromboli, calzones, pizzas. So you just you take your yeast rolls out, you let them thaw and rise. And then once they're risen and ready to go, that's when you can get really creative. So like you can split it up, roll it out into a pizza dough, or you can split it up, roll both out and make calzones.
Ooh.
Or
a stromboli,
breadsticks, focaccia bread, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So frozen yeast rolls, you can just pick those up, or you have to make them? Or?
No, you can buy frozen yeast rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like for, they're just dinner rolls. And
Right.
it's just, I don't know, for somebody like me, I find it easier than actually making homemade yeast dough.
Right.
Because sometimes like the temperatures and such are off in your kitchen. Maybe it's a little too cold, or, you can throw them outside, but maybe it gets a little bit colder out there, so they're not going to rise as much.
Right.
So yeah, I just like buying the yeast rolls and then just getting creative with it. You can
It's
make
really
like
malleable. You can do a bunch of different things with them.
you can make like pull apart monkey bread, or like sticky buns,
Yeah.
or you
Cinnamon
can
roll.
cinnamon rolls, or like if you have a cast iron pan, you can make whip up your spinach artichoke dip, put it in the middle, and then put all your cut up your yeast rolls into little bite-sized pieces and put them around, and then bake it.
Oh, yeah.
So you got little pull apart breads that you can dip into your spinach artichoke dip.
Ah, so it's just a really adaptable thing that you can buy and make, like you said, pizza dough, stromboli dough, calzone dough.
Yes. It's
so-
like I say, it's like a blank canvas.
Right, so these yeast rolls are more than just rolls. Like
They
you can
are
do a bunch
way
of different
more.
stuff.
It's just a basic yeast bread dough.
Yeah.
You were telling me last week about the versatility of the yeast dinner roll, but now you said to leave them set out for a few hours.
Yeah, they usually
or
take about 5 hours to rise, so you do have to plan ahead.
You can set them on the counter or something.
You can set them on the counter, or one thing that I like to do that kind of speeds it up a bit is to preheat my oven to 200. Once it hits 200, you let it sit like that for about 2 minutes. Then you turn it off, and then you put your rolls in there with the oven door slightly open, and that's
So they're not getting cooked; they're just
so they're
getting
not
warmed
getting
up.
yeah they're warm, they're warming up and rising more.
Yum.
But yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. I love it.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
So you can buy those frozen yeast rolls probably at any grocery store and get a lot more use out of them than just some regular old dinner rolls. Although they work amazing for that. They are really good dinner rolls.
Yeah.
too.
They are so good.
And if you don't know exactly, if you ever been to TJ's and got a special, every special comes with one of those little yeast rolls,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Love them.
Yeah, they're great for literally anything.
Yes. I always save those for the very end to sop up all the, whether it's hamburger gravy or chicken spaghetti.
Yeah. If
Delicious.
you like pretzel buns or pretzel bites or even pretzel twists, you can use your yeast rolls for that. All you have to do is let them thaw and rise, and then form them into whatever shape you want, and then you can boil them in water with baking soda, and then you just for a couple of minutes until they're kind of soggy, and then you do an egg wash on them, put them in the oven, and they come out as pretzels.
Wow.
Yeah.
And pretzel bread is
It's
one of
so
the greatest things in
good.
the world. I mean,
Yeah.
they should, in conflict zones, drop those, and everybody would just be happier.
Yeah.
It's so
Anything.
comforting, I think. Pretzel bread.
Everybody's just laying around. They're so good.
Yeah.
And they'd be all, the belly's all full, so they don't want to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's just go home, boys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Jen's pro tips.
Yeah.
Yeast rolls. Try them out in your home.
If you
today.
if you have some laying around in your freezer, just Google some ways of how you can transform them into something else, something fun and creative.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
It is now time for genuine RV power trivia. We're back in 1 minute.
Looking for an unforgettable adventure? From talking parrots to miniature ponies and everything in between, Hochatown Rescue Center and Petting Zoo offers a hands-on, interactive experience with an array of barnyard, domestic, and exotic mammals, birds, and reptiles. Winter hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Admission is $12 for adults, $9 for children, and ages 2 and under are free. For directions and info, visit Hochatown Rescue Center and Petting Zoo on Facebook. Proceeds from your visit aid in providing food, shelter, and medicine for animals in need.
As a farmer, your work is built on a promise to the land. As Farm Bureau insurance agents, our work is built on a promise to you. We call it Ag Promise, a competitively priced policy that protects everything farmers rely on. You're gonna love it. We promise.
In Little River County, call Farm Bureau Insurance at 898-3741 and ask Ray Tipton, Daryl Coker, or Robbie Chafin about protecting your agribusiness.
That's right. Back live here for Genuine RV Power Trivia. 642-2190 is the number to call. Also, go to genuinerv.com today. But that number, 642-2190, is what you call to win the trivia. Jen's got a question for you. If you get it correct, you win yourself breakfast and a car wash token. Compliments of McDonald's and Mr. Clean here in DeQueen, right next to TJ's. Let's get into it. What is the question today?
All right. This very important invention was introduced on Valentine's Day almost 100 years ago. What is it? This very important invention was introduced on Valentine's Day almost 100 years ago. What is it?
Very cool.
It is something that we still use to this day.
All right. 642-2190. I wonder if it's Valentine's related.
I wonder.
don't think. I think that's a throw off. 642-2190. 642-3637. 898-3624. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
The chocolates in the heart-shaped box.
Oh, that's cute. Not what I'm looking for.
100 years ago, I'm going to go with a television.
Not television.
Not television.
Is it the teddy bear?
Not the teddy
Not
bear
the
either.
Teddy bear. 642-2190. Read that question one more time.
This very important invention was introduced on Valentine's Day almost 100 years ago. What is it? We still use it to this day.
Still use it to this day.
Let me hear that one more time.
This very important invention was introduced on Valentine's Day almost 100 years ago. What is it?
I got some ideas here, but we should all say goodnight because I think whoever this is has it. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
What was the telephone?
Was it the telephone?
Oh, no, it was not the telephone.
Oh, no, it's Thomas Sweden. Yeah.
Because it was patented on Valentine's Day.
Whoa, okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with telephone pole.
Nope, not telephone pole.
The assembly line.
No.
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 Oh, man, Thomas, couldn't help you. All right, to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live. No. All right, good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
I'm going to say heart monitor.
Heart monitor.
Not a heart monitor.
Let's go with headphones.
Not headphones.
Iron lung.
Not an iron lung.
No, an iron lung. Any of these close at all?
Maybe the iron lung is the closest. This is something that was introduced into the medical community.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's a big hint.
To the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Silk flowers.
No.
Not what I'm looking for.
I'm going to go with an X-ray machine.
Not X-ray machine.
Heart monitor.
Not a heart monitor. No, it's not machinery.
Not machinery.
Nope.
Not machine.
Okay, going to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Good morning. How about a stethoscope?
Oh.
Good answer. Not a stethoscope.
Scrubs.
Not scrubs.
Scalpel.
Not scalpel.
Oh, man. Nothing coming through on Facebook Live. Cannot save your life.
Yeah.
To
Not
the
a
phone
tool
lines.
used by doctors.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
Not Band-Aids.
Let's go with a clipboard.
Not a clipboard.
Was it a hospital?
No, it was not a hospital.
Not a hospital.
You might get this in a
Thermometer?
hospital. Not a thermometer.
Okay.
You might get it at a hospital?
You just might, depending on what's going on with you.
To the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Anesthesia.
Anesthesia.
No, oh, great answer. Not anesthesia.
Antibiotics.
Oh, penicillin.
Penicillin is correct.
Penicillin. Patrick saves your life. Good morning.
Yay.
Who do we have on the phone?
Eddie Roberts.
Eddie Roberts. You just won yourself breakfast and a car wash token. You can come pick up your winnings anytime after 7:10. Thanks for playing.
It might just buy me one too, Eddie, for saving your life, all right?
Yeah.
Did he discover like accidentally or something?
It was an accident. He discovered it a few months earlier in 1929. Or no, it would have been 1928 that he discovered it. And he introduced it on Valentine's Day. But there are sources that say it was the day before Valentine's Day.
It was like some moldy white bread, right?
It's something moldy.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
some moldy
remember.
bread.
Yeah,
something
his
like
name is
that.
Fleming. Something Fleming. Albert.
Albert Fleming.
Introduced it on Valentine's Day, penicillin.
It saved a lot of lives.
It
A
did.
lot of lives.
Yeah.
But what comes to mind when I'm,
What?
Yeah, never mind. If you know, you know.
Oh.
Valentine's Day, penicillin shot the next day.
Oh.
Oh,
well.
There you go.
Handy.
All right. Well, that was a good question.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live who joined in. Eddie Roberts, big winner on the day. Penicillin, the correct answer. One of the greatest inventions known to man, of course.
Absolutely.
Yes, in this new age. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good question.
yeah.
Are they all going to
Definitely
be
good question.
Valentine's Day themed until?
No, not all of them.
Or are you like Walmart where you're ready, like we already need to be thinking about Memorial Day?
Yeah.
I was thinking about some spring-themed trivia because I'm so ready for spring, but
Man, me too.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We got to get into the news, my friends, brought to you by Teeter Motor Company, and we'll see you on the other side.
Your number one country, 92.1, is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Dirks. Local news this hour is presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting a Kdqn man accused of killing 3 family members in Madison County in 2021 has been ordered to undergo a mental evaluation to determine if he is capable of standing before a jury trial. According to court records, the Circuit Court of Madison County ordered the mental health evaluation last month for 25-year-old Hunter Chenoweth of Kdqn. Chenoweth is accused of killing his mother, 51-year-old Tammy Lynn Chenoweth, his stepfather, 59-year-old James Stanley McGee, and his sister, 26-year-old Cheyenne Chenoweth. All 3 were found deceased inside a home in Madison County on February 23rd of 2021, according to the Arkansas State Police. The evaluation will determine if Chenoweth, who has pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of capital murder, is capable of appearing in a court for a jury trial. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty in Chenoweth's case. Chenoweth's attorneys filed a motion early last year seeking to prevent the death penalty as a possible sentence in his case. Chenoweth asked the court to hold a hearing to present evidence suggesting that prosecutors are denying him the opportunity to enter a plea and thereby avoid the death penalty. The motion described the lack of a plea deal from prosecutors as, quote, arbitrary, capricious, and standardless, end quote. That motion was defeated, and the Madison County Circuit Court upheld the prosecution's intent to seek the death penalty. The notice of intent, originally filed by prosecutors, states the murders for which Chenoweth has been accused were committed in an especially cruel and depraved manner. Chenoweth's defense was unable to prove its claim that nothing in his case distinguishes it from other cases in which the state of Arkansas has agreed to a plea bargain for a sentence of less than death. A further defense motion sought to proclaim the death penalty as quote-unquote cruel and unusual and prohibit it as a sentence in Chenoweth's case. The court order filed last year denied Chenoweth's claim and makes him eligible for the death penalty upon his conviction. Defense attorneys then filed a notice of intent to raise lack of criminal responsibility as a defense due to alleged mental health issues. Chenoweth has been repeatedly scheduled to appear in court for a jury trial over the past year and a half. However, the trial has been continued on several occasions due to incomplete reports from the Arkansas State Crime Lab. The jury trial is now on hold pending completion of the mental health evaluation. And we want to give an update on the boil order effect impacting some Sevier County Rural Water Association customers. Work was completed yesterday on a broken main on Thursday, restoring water service to affected customers, although they remain on a boil order. Crews worked for approximately 8 hours yesterday to repair the main break and restore water to homes located west of Kdqn. The current boil order is impacting Water Association customers in the Chapel Hill community, as well as along Johnson Bridge Road, Brooks, Will, Walden, Dunn, Dogtown, Redbud, and Crooked Roads. Homes along Highway 70 West are also included in the boil order. The boil order impacting these homes will remain in effect until late next week, according to the Sevier County Rural Water Association. Affected customers again are advised to briskly boil water for drinking or cooking purposes for at least 1 minute. We'll have some more local news for you, but first let's take this quick break and hear these words from our sponsors.
If you're hearing this, you're behind the wheel, thinking you need something new. Teeter Motors will make a deal in the day you trade into.
Hey y'all, it's Ashley. Normally this would be Shannon telling you about a huge sale, or no payments for 30 days, or a cashback incentive. But Shannon is so busy putting folks behind the wheel of their dream car that he doesn't even have the time to record his own commercial. If he was here, he would make sure you knew Teeter Motor Company in Mena has the largest selection of program cars, the best customer service, and the most financing options in the area. So stop by and see Shannon and let Teeter Motor Company of Mena make you a deal.
And we are back with Kdqn News. A fish fry fundraiser is scheduled for this weekend to help raise funds for the Poly Cemetery in Little River County. Plates will be served between 4 and 6 p.m. at the Sarah Gorda Fire Department this Saturday, January 28th. Cost is $10 per plate. An auction and pie walk will begin at 6 p.m. and everyone is invited to attend. All proceeds will benefit the Poly Cemetery in Little River County. In another benefit news story, a benefit pancake breakfast will be held at the Williamson Community Church this Saturday, January 28th from 7 to 11 a.m. The benefit breakfast will also include a community yard sale. Spaces are available by donation. Bring your own items to the sale and plan to stay. All proceeds raised will go to support Miss Bobby Sexton with medical expenses. Williamson Community Church is located at 555 Central Road near Horatio. For more information, contact Brother Jimmy Roden by calling 870-832-4358 or 870-582-2983. A local ministry is planning to host a fundraiser next month to help raise funds and awareness for its mission to help local folks who need a little help repairing their homes. The Horatio First Assembly of God Church Men's Ministry Kingdom Warriors will present the Fish Fry fundraiser on February 4th. That's next Saturday. The fundraiser kicks off at 11 that morning and continues till 2 p.m. or until the fish runs out. The event will be held at the church's J.L. Walker Fellowship Hall at the corner of Blackhawk and Hazard Street in Horatio. The group's mission is to provide help for those who cannot afford repairs to their home. Past projects included roof and floor repairs, replacing sinks and broken doors, and installing small AC units. Volunteers with some general knowledge of minor home repairs are greatly needed. Pastor John Gutierrez stresses that you do not have to be a member of the church to come help lend a hand. The ministry also provides help to those outside of the Horatio First Assembly church family. Pastor Gutierrez said the ministry will do its best to assist anyone in Sevier County who needs some help with home repairs. Everyone is invited to help the ministry's cause by coming out to the February 4th fundraiser. Plates will be offered at the fundraiser by donation. Delivery will be available for orders of 5 or more plates. Pastor Gutierrez said the meal will include all the fixings, and the church has received several thousand pounds of catfish donated by a church member. For more information on the ministry, the February 4th fundraiser, or to volunteer your time to help, or if you know someone who could benefit from the ministry's home repair mission, call 870-832-5471, 870-584-8051, or 903-563-4236. Horatio First Assembly can also be followed on Facebook. That's it for this news hour, but we'll be back at 8 a.m. with some more local news as well as 12 and 4 today. But in the meantime, you can check out your number one country online, kdqn.net. You can also find us on Facebook. This is Kdqn News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
Sonic has something delicious for you. Hey, announcer guy, that's your cue.
Try the new Sonic Steak and Bacon Grilled Cheese. Savory steak mixed with grilled onions topped with crispy bacon and melty American cheese, plus creamy mayo and tangy barbecue sauce. Or try it spicy with zesty cheese sauce and jalapenos.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely craving that previously mentioned thing.
Sonic Steak and Bacon Grilled Cheese.
Sonic.
Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
We know you're out there. We know you have the skills. We know you have the tools. We're just waiting for you to apply. Ready to start your next career? Husqvarna Group has your opportunity. Full-time employment positions are now available with starting pay at $15.25 an hour. Apply in person at No. 1 Poland Drive in Nashville, Arkansas, or online at husqvarnagroup.com.
Friday night at Hochatown Saloon, it's Carson Jeffrey.
Blues for a while, Rocky Mountain weed, they've been bad to me, bad to me.
Get tickets at the door or online at HochatownSaloon.com. Friday night, it's Carson Jeffrey.
I'm sitting in a lobby of the Paisano, drinking my final wine, staring at the dead rancher.
When you're looking to buy a new car, truck, or SUV, or just need a quality repair shop for your existing one, James Hodge Dodge will definitely fulfill your needs. They pride themselves on being one of the outstanding dealerships in McCurtain County and for the surrounding area. Their entire team is fully committed to delivering on the Hodge promise. Great deals for both new and pre-owned vehicles and top customer satisfaction. And remember, free oil changes for life with the Hodge Auto Group, James Hodge Dodge, South Park Drive in Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
TJ's in DeQueen is a convenient in-and-out place for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Don't forget to stop by when you're taking a road trip or just wanting a quick and simple purchase for non-ethanol gas, fresh food, cold drinks, and more. And remember, their grill is open until 8 p.m. So call in your order today at 870-642-8025 for that quick pick meal. TJ's, the best place for your on-the-go convenience on the corner of Colin Ray and 9th Street in DeQueen.
You have questions. We have honest answers. Planning your funeral may seem like a daunting task. We know you will have many questions. We also want you to know we will answer your questions with honesty and fairness. Our pre-arrangement specialists will guide you through the process with compassion and dignity. Call today at 642-6461 to learn more about your options. Chandler Funeral Home of DeQueen. We're dedicated to the care of those we serve.
What if I told you there may be an all-natural, great-tasting way to fight COVID-19 and other viruses? Build your immune system, treat respiratory ailments with antibacterial properties that fight viral infections. Introducing Renovation Tea, now available at On Demand in the LaSick Building in DeQueen. Treat seasonal allergies, boost your immune system, and relieve headaches due to congestion the natural way with a great-tasting herbal tea. Get yours today at On Demand, 810 West Colin Ray Drive in DeQueen, or call Dee at 870-784-3121 for more info.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smoothly by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or hay series tractors into Mower Your Equipment sales and rentals for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products, or stop by Mower Your Equipment sales and rentals in Idabel or DeQueen to keep your Kubota running strong.
That's right. We are back live, KDQN 92.1 with the 7 o'clock hour, the morning brew. No Greg Revels today. He is on a trip, I do believe.
Yes.
So good luck to him. Travel safe. And we are Gregless. But we will have a congressman calling in later today, so that's exciting news. We've got some more coming from your Arkansas Department of Heritage birthday club drawing, and of course I forget about the Facebook Live drawing. We'll have to figure something out with that, because usually Greg takes the pressure off, and we can tally those up. But for now, we might have to come with a. We should probably draw for these on Monday, to be honest, and give But we'll figure that out. We'll let you know what's going to happen with the Facebook Live drawing. If you want to get in on it, though, you can go to facebook.com/KDQN92.1, like, share, or comment on our video, and we will tally them up and do a big drawing at either the end or the beginning of every week.
This week's giveaway is it's the coffee basket. It's got 2 coffee cups, 2 little cute plates to put your coffee cups on. It's got cookies, coffee, and a little cute coffee canister.
Yes, it's very nice. So definitely, if you guys, any coffee fans out there, are going to want to get in on this Facebook Live drawing. Got plenty of different kind of entertainment news headlines and this and that. But first, I think before we get into any of those, we got to talk about some rude things that you don't realize you're doing every day.
Oh.
Why are you looking at me?
Patrick, I read the list, and, I think you tend to do these a lot.
No.
So the first one on the list is Patrick's always using speakerphone. He's always on speakerphone. Full blast. And while it is rude, I do almost prefer it. over somebody just
easier.
yapping loudly. No, like as the third party.
Oh, so you
know?
actually hear both
so
sides
you hear
of the
both
conversation?
sides.
Yeah.
All I hear is one side ever.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know what the other person is saying. So, but this says your conversation may be fascinating to you, but it's a distraction to everyone around you. Licensed etiquette consultant. Rachel Wagner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Went to college for that.
Yeah.
Do your dissertation. And
in etiquette. You're disrespecting the privacy of the caller, whether it's a business call or a personal matter. That is interesting, though. They'll start launching in, and you're like, wait, let me take you off speakerphone.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Stop checking your phone at stoplights. That's another big one. We were actually talking about texting and driving the other day. I'm pretty sure everybody in their whole life has found themselves maybe replying to a text, while driving. But I'm a bad texter in general. I definitely don't need to be distracted by it while I'm driving.
Yeah, not sure that's etiquette though, is it?
Yeah, that's
just
the
like
law.
I'm just
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
law.
It's bad etiquette, and also you'll get a fine.
Yeah, dangerous.
Yeah, and dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit right here that I have texted and drove before, but it's not a habit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of cars now have like this, hey, text Patrick, and then you can verbally
voice to text,
and it gets
it's
all
almost like a
misconstrued.
phone call.
Yeah. You might as well just make the phone call. Number 3 on the list.
That's more like voice to text. Like, want to talk to you.
Yeah,
but I don't really want you to talk to me.
Yeah, exactly. Number 3. These are all phone related. Talking on your phone when you're ordering.
Ooh, I hate that. It's rude.
I can definitely be guilty of this.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm on the phone, like a lot of times I've done it with my mom a few times where I'm on the phone and I go to Easy Mart but I'm respectful. I'm not just like yapping away. I'm just like, hold on, can I get that? And I still say thank you and all the things. It's just I have the phone to my ear.
Are you thanking the person on the phone call or me?
Yeah.
The person who's having to deal with you right now.
Yeah. I also don't like those Bluetooth earpieces because then people come in, you have no idea who they're talking to. You're just like, what? Oh, I wasn't talking to you. Well, you don't have the phone to your ear or something.
Remember, like, I think I'd known that the kind of Bluetooth earpieces were around for a little bit, like when they first came out. But I remember I was walking downtown Little Rock with somebody, and a guy like came up beside us, and he's just talking, and I was like, "Are you? Excuse me? What are you talking about?" And he looked at me like I was just a piece of dirt, and just kept going.
Yeah,
and then that's when I saw the earpiece. On.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Man, it just came out. I just don't. I thought maybe it was a hearing aid."
I'm sorry, you're like an investment banker.
Yeah,
and you have the most important thing. But
Little Rock.
Yeah. No, it's never important. Like. It's never that important that I need hands free at all times.
Yeah.
So I can also be checking my stock prices and whatnot.
Yeah.
Texting and walking, of course, is dangerous and rude.
Yeah, there are people that fall into manholes. Like that's a whole never happened. History of humanity since the invention of the manhole, nobody's like ever just fallen in one until texting came out. Now it happens all the time.
Yeah, it'd be like just reading a book walking.
Yeah. I saw there was a video. I think it was like in San Francisco or some California town where there was a black bear loose in the city. And they had the helicopter following it around trying to get eyes on it, and they caught a guy who was texting on his phone walking until he was like right in front of the bear. He looks up and he's like, whoa, and then turns around. It was real too. It was hilarious.
You see, if we released more bears into society, I feel like
that would solve that problem.
Yeah.
If you never knew, you might just bump into one. You're definitely going to be eyes forward all
the
day.
time.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, to the point where you've mentioned this, Patrick. They have an app that's called like Look Up. And it just sits on your phone there and tells you to look up every now and then, and you're like, oh, there's a bear.
It can tell when you're walking.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because phones can be used as like pedometers and stuff like that, so they can tell that you're moving around, and it just blinks up every once in a while. Just make sure to look up, like I don't know, every 5 seconds or something. Like a lot can happen in a couple of seconds.
Oh yeah, look up, and there's a tire coming at you.
Gosh, yeah. I've seen way too many of those videos.
Yeah. Taking phone calls in public bathrooms. I have
never done that.
No, in my private bathroom, I've missed very important calls.
Yeah,
where because I'm not going to do that to you. And for some reason, to me, I feel like
everybody knows.
Everybody knows when you're in a bathroom. Bathrooms are like echoey, and like I've been on the other line before, been like, "Are you in a bathroom right now?" Like,
Yeah.
no flush.
I was just flushing a Kleenex down the toilet. Yeah.
What were you doing?
So if you walked into a bathroom as a man
Yeah.
and there's somebody in one of the stalls talking on his phone to somebody, would that bothers you? Or because I feel like that's
it
kind
wouldn't bother
of
me.
it's as private as you can get,
Yeah.
like in your workplace or wherever.
I guess if you have the confidence to do that, if
Yeah.
you're just on a public bathroom stall with the door closed, going, "Yeah, I don't really like the Patriots this year, man. I just don't," and you're just like, "Whoa, this is you have confidence about you that you can just
Especially when there's a front door, you could step
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
and make
Yes.
your phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, not saying please and thank you to people in service positions. Well, that goes both ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me the total before don't just look at me.
Don't just
expect
look.
it.
Yeah. And please just say hello.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to ask how my day is, but just, acknowledging that I'm at the register trying to buy things.
Yeah.
I wonder
Please.
about that. Like, there's a lot of places I go where the cash doesn't say anything
Yes.
to you until they're like tell you the total or whatever. And I don't like. Okay, maybe they're having a bad day or whatever. I don't even try to think about it anymore. Is if they like I'm at the checkout, I get no hello or anything. But I also don't feel like it's on me to initiate the hello either. And it's like, all right, this person doesn't want to talk to me, so I'm not going to talk to them. So then they have to say. So it's just silence until it's like it's 32.50.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a game of chicken.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. But if I feel like, hey, you didn't say hello to me, even though you're in the service industry, I think it's kind of incumbent upon you to greet the customer.
Yeah.
You didn't, and so I'm not gonna. Again, you don't want to talk to me, I'm not gonna make you talk to me.
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
So it's a mutual thing.
It's a
I'm
mutual
totally
thing.
fine with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is if you're in the service industry, it is kind of. There's only like 3 things you need to say to a
Yeah.
customer. Say hello. Your total is blank. And have a
goodbye.
nice day.
Have a nice
Exactly.
day.
That's
Goodbye. Yeah.
absolutely all you got to say.
Right.
And if you didn't even say the first part, then at that point, just tell me the total. I've been in places where they don't. They're just like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Just sitting there. Yeah.
looking, and I'm like, are you done?
Yeah.
Wasn't that our experience at Ross and Texarkana?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And what did I said something to him. I was just like, oh, I'll stand here all day. You can tell me how much I owe you. And
Yeah.
I finally did.
Yeah. You want to try that again? Oh man. So there you go. There's one. Passing just the salt. I don't know about that. If somebody asks for salt, like, "Could you pass the salt?" I'm not going to also impose pepper on you. I mean, that's not, like you might turn somebody against you by like, I asked for the salt, not
maybe-
the pepper.
Well, but then at the same time, maybe they wanted the salt and the pepper, but they didn't want to pose on you. Like, that's 2 things I'm asking them to pass over here.
Yeah, and then you gotta thank you. You take the salt, and then you rudely reach over and grab the pepper.
Like, how neurotic do you have to be be thinking about that, though? I mean,
First dates, you could be pretty neurotic. You know?
well,
Yeah.
okay,
Did
for
you pass
sure.
the salt, and then in your mind, it's like this whole like, okay, so do I pass the pepper? Do I just
2
assume?
minutes.
How big's the table that you're eating at for your first date? You get the big round table, where you're on opposite sides. No, usually if it's a first date, it's a small little table.
Yeah.
It's a table for 2.
A
Yeah.
booth, and he like sits on your side.
That's
Yeah, we've been trying to come
That'd
up
be a
with.
red flag right there.
Yeah, I got to talk to Higgy, our sales manager, because we're trying to come up with some better way, like a fun way to do the Valentine's games that we're doing this year. Now, I'm fine with doing it the same way we have done, but I got to be honest, y'all. I've done it twice now, the past 2 years, and it's been a lot of the same stories. It's kind of the story on how you met and this and that,
Yeah.
which is great. We, may just continue doing that, but we're also trying to think of like, talk
Change
about
it up a
like,
little
change it up. You got to talk about maybe your worst date experience, or like with the person that you're currently with, what did you think on their first date? And, like, not how you met, even those first dates, where it's like, oh yeah, and then I knew when he put the lampshade on his head, I was in love with him. Whatever it is, we're gonna figure something
That's
out.
a
All the
great
awkward
idea.
stories and stuff. Yeah,
Just
that's great.
open it up more. Even you could still tell your opening story, but any stories. I want all the stories, and I want them to be funny.
I've got
Listen,
lots of stories.
Yeah.
There was an initiative there when our Hickey first got here to set up for Valentine's Day a date with you, right? You were single at the time.
Really?
Yeah, that didn't go very far.
Yeah.
Now you're like you are tied down. You got like concrete shoes. So and that's not happening.
No,
this year.
it's not. And
Yeah, you bring a baby with you to the date.
Yeah, that's right. I come with some baggage. Here's another rude thing you might not know you're doing. You're wearing too much perfume.
Yeah.
There's amen, says
Yes.
Carolyn. Now, I will say this, though. As a man, it is awkward sometimes to ask. Like, I've never done it. Okay, I'm going to say that right now, unequivocally. I've never done this.
Okay.
But I have wanted to before to talk to another guy and be like, what are you wearing? Because that smells really good. We all know somebody who actually works here, and I'm afraid to ask what they wear.
Oh, I'll tell you. It's
steak.
I'm wearing the jacket that I cooked steaks in the other day, and it was real windy, so it was blowing the essence from the steaks onto this jacket. It smells. I smell like a ribeye. Like a cooked ribeye.
They should bottle that.
It's amazing. Yeah.
They should definitely bottle that
Ribeye musk.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying there's somebody here that you want to know what they're wearing?
And it's not me.
It's not you, Patrick. There's very few. Then,
And it's a man?
It's a man, yeah. And it's like I don't want to I want to cross that bridge, you know. Like, and then what are they going to think of me? Yeah.
You want me to ask for you? I'd be like, hey, my husband, that would smell really good on him.
Maybe.
What are you wearing?
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
You're
that's really
y'all
good.
women real smart, you know.
Yeah. There is that. I don't know what I'm saying.
I've heard one of the most embarrassing stories I've ever heard. I felt so embarrassed for this person. They were talking about how they were sitting on a flight, and they were sitting next to a gentleman who he very much enjoyed whatever cologne he was wearing, you know, and he didn't want to ask at the beginning of the flight, make that whole flight awkward.
Yeah.
You know, so
Wait
the
till
whole
the
time,
end.
so the whole time he's like taking hits off this guy, like, oh man, that smells good, you know?
Oh, my.
And then at the end, he's like, man, I don't mean to be weird, but, you know, just couldn't help but notice, like, what are you wearing? Because that's the sounds I got to know. And he's like, I'm not wearing it. I don't wear deodorant or cologne or anything.
Oh, weird.
So
I
he's
like
just
your musk.
smelling his man musk
Yeah.
the whole time.
That's hilarious.
So don't ever put yourself in that situation because they might be like, I'm not wearing anything, you weirdo. Get away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, my wife switched up laundry detergent recently. I don't know what she's using right now, but my clothes have never smelled better. I just smell them all day long.
Yeah.
Except for the jacket, my meat jacket right now.
Right.
I'm never washing this again.
Right. Oh, man. Well, I suppose we should go ahead and get into the weather. Is that somebody on the line for us? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, we should get into the weather. It's brought to you by First Steak.
You hungry?
Smelling Patrick right now. It's just delicious. That sirloin by Calvin Klein is really good.
First Steak Bank.
First Steak Bank.
Here at First State Bank, we've been serving the area since 1973. We're local, just like you, and being local means we make local decisions too. We're here to serve you quickly so you can spend your time wisely and not in line. Now, that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. Bank at home with us at First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All we're here to do. We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Bill out $1 billion bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. #1 country weather.
All right. Y'all heard that football square sounder, and we have a caller number 10 on the line. Who do we have on the phone?
Shelly Taylor.
Shelly Taylor. Very nice. Where'd you pick up your football squares play sheet?
At TJ's.
TJ's.
Excellent.
Awesome. All right, let me find mine real quick because I'm totally woefully unprepared here. Let's choose a square. Oh, I got one. I'm going to go with square 1B.
It's Drew Breast.
Drew Breeze is the correct answer. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. We're going to scratch out Drew's name there and put Shelly Taylor, and you got a square. Eligible for $500 come Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's do the weather. It's brought to you by First Stakes Bank.
Gonna be nice today.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be gorgeous. Where is my cursor? There we
The
go.
only nice day we're going to have for at least a week by the looks of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be strong winds today. We're looking at a high of 60, sunny skies. Winds gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. A low around 36, so not like, horrible. I know for some people out there that might as well be below freezing, but Saturday does have a 50% chance of rain, then a chance of showers, cloudy with a high near 57. I don't know what that means, to be honest. Strong winds. Also tomorrow night, an 80% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms. Rolling into Sunday does have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms as well, and so does Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. So it's looking like pretty much, apart from today and tonight, rain every day for the next week or so. So we'll keep a closer eye on that.
This is what we're going to get. I don't know if people been following national weather, but another one of those polar bombs, Arctic cyclones, whatever you want to call them, is coming down. It's going to cover, like they say, 2/3 of the nation will be about, on average, 40 degrees colder than their usual temperatures.
Oh, boy.
But we are in the
tundra cane.
That's what it is. Yeah, cold NATO. And we are in the 1/3 of the country that's not going to get that, but we're on the edge of it, so that's where we're going to get all that rain and stuff. It's going to push that down here.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of days with high rain chances next week, where it's also going to be right about the freezing point too. So
especially if you're going north. If you're going north, first of all, watch out for Odin.
Yeah.
If you're going north, watch out for that ice foon. No, that one doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Frost foon.
There you go. No good, Jen?
No, it's all right.
All right, fine. Well, hey, we got to get into your local lowdown. Hit new segment. We're going to take the briefest of breaks, and we will come back with that. It's the Brew Crew.
It's tax season, and H&R Block is here to make it a season worth celebrating. Whether you choose to file in person, virtually, or via drop-off, you'll get upfront, transparent pricing and expert help from tax pros that average a decade of experience. Plus, H&R Block's max refund guarantee means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. File your way with H&R Block, and tax season will feel just as good as all your favorite seasons. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply.
Visit your locally owned office just north of the 7071 Junction in Kdqn. Call 642-2200.
The slogan at Don's Easy Pay is taking time to care for our customers. But it's not just a slogan. It's our pledge to you to always put you, our valued customer, first. Not everyone can afford to pay the cash price for furniture, appliances, and electronics you need for your home. That's why Don's Easy Pay has a convenient rent-to-own plan with low weekly or monthly payments to fit your budget. No credit checks, free same-day delivery and setup. Discover why we're taking time to care for our customers at Don's Easy Pay in Kdqn, Mena, Waldron, Idabel, and Broken Bow.
Are you ready for some football?
Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, formerly Revels & Company CPA, is the same great people offering you the same great services, just under a new name. Go see Sandra and Fernando for all your accounting needs and questions at 990 Highway 70 East in Kdqn. They're about more than just the numbers. They're about helping people get it right. Personalized service that their clients expect and deserve. Bilingual services are always available at Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services. Phone them at 642-5900.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for production workers. Both shifts, part-time and temporary positions also available with wages from $17.25 up to $21.95 per hour, as well as a $2 per hour attendance incentive. All new hires receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications available online at jobvite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action, equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply. That's right. We are back live, Kdqn 92.1, and we have a caller number 10 on the line. What you got?
Okay. Let's get their name first.
Let's get their name. Who do we have on the phone?
Mike Davis.
Mike Davis.
Food or gas?
Food, TJ's.
Yeah, there you go. Food at TJ's. Very nice. Okay, so now I don't have to ask that question. Thank you, Patrick. Who is in Square? Let's choose a good one. Who's in square 3J?
Hines Ward.
Hines Ward is exactly correct. Scratching his name out, putting Mike Davis in there, and now you got a square. Come Super Bowl Sunday, you might win $500. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Just like that. It's time for your local lowdown now.
And fun to listen, easy to win.
That's right. Also, for all you Facebook Livers there, we are totaling up. We are tallying up. We are going to do the Facebook Live giveaway here in, within a few minutes. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jen actually has
ready.
we have a new way of doing it. She has a spinner wheel app
Yep.
thing that you just plug a bunch of names in, and then it will randomly pick one.
That's correct.
Totally not rigged.
Yeah.
It's
Totally
not rigged. It's
not
completely
rigged.
random.
Yeah, so we will be doing that drawing for here in a second.
Yeah.
Was in the car. Voxpo says was in the car when I heard y'all talking. I've called y'all live on the air when I was in the head. Also, I will ask anyone what perfume they are wearing. I'll ask a lady. Whoa, what's that nice perfume?
Yeah.
But a man, I'm afraid he's going to be like, none. Yeah. All right. Anyway, it's time for the local lowdown, though.
Tis.
Yes, it's brought to you by Kdqn Motorsports, 1587 Highway 70 West, right here in Kdqn. You can get your ATVs, UTVs, mowers, trimmers, parts, service, and accessories by Redstone Heat and Air. Give them a call today and try and find out why Redstone Heat and Air is the place to go in Sevier County for heating and air services. And, of course, by Revels and Company. Bilingual services always available at 990 Highway 70 East here in Kdqn. 870-642. It's not Revels and Company.
No.
It's Southwest Arkansas. Formerly
Yes.
Revels and Company. Southwest Arkansas.
Better than ever.
Better than ever without him. Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services. 870-642-5900. Same number, same people, same location.
Much leaner, though.
Way leaner. All right. What's going on locally, Patrick?
2 words for you. Tracy Lawrence. Okay.
Hey.
And people are like, well, if you don't know,
Country music star.
Obviously, country music star. And you're like, what is that doing in the local lowdown? He's from Foreman.
He is from Foreman.
Foreman, Arkansas, just down the road here. Now, he was born in Atlanta, Texas, but raised in Foreman. He has got a big award coming his way. He is going to receive the Country Radio Seminar Humanitarian Award. Big award. This is from the Country Radio Broadcasters Association. What they're doing is they're recognizing him for what they say is his deep and personal commitment to his causes. Say his contributions are going far beyond just simply lending his name and influence. He's spent a lot of time over the years devoting his personal time, his talents, resources towards his big cause is fighting homelessness. His mission possible
Houselessness.
Yes, I'm sorry. But he's raised $2 million to fight homelessness. He can call it homelessness. If he
all right,
wants
fine.
to. $2 million over the years. That's through his Mission Possible platform. I love that. So, of course, if you go to a big city nowadays, homelessness is ever increasing issue, and he has been raising money since the late 90s to fight this epidemic of homelessness. He's held benefit concerts all over the place, including back home in Foreman. He's been there with Tone Loc and a bunch of other guys, to help raise money, always keeping Foreman in his thoughts there. He's also brought Kenny Chesney, Tracy Bird. Yeah, you got
Tone Loc.
Yeah.
Is he from around here?
I don't know, but I believe him and Tracy Lawrence are real good buddies.
They are. I don't know if he's Funky Cold Medina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like he might be from around here because I've seen him on more than a few things. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Well, but in any case, so this is a award, the Country Radio Broadcasters Association Artist Humanitarian Award, created back in 1990. What they try to do each year is honor a country artist whose philanthropic efforts have significantly improved the effectiveness and impact of the causes they support. This award's going to be presented to Tracy Lawrence at this year's Country Radio Seminar in Nashville, Tennessee, and that's going to be in February. So, hey, wanted to just take this local lowdown moment to recognize him, thank him, commend him, and you know what? Hopefully, we'll see him back home one of these days again.
Absolutely, that's
cool.
great. Yeah, that's a great award, and he's doing great things. Of course, we've been every one of us, I'm sure, listening has been to a big city at some point. It's insane the amount of homelessness, and unfortunately, the amount of them that are our veterans and people that really don't deserve. I mean, nobody deserves to be in that position, but it's usually a tragic story.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think, oh, you know, a lazy person or drugs or something like that. It's not always the case. You know, in fact, more often than not, it's not the case. Anyway, Tone Loc is not from anywhere around here, by the way.
No,
no way.
A great chance. I know we don't really play Tracy Lawrence's music anymore. It's been a while since he's come out with an album, but you know what? Go back and check out some of his stuff. I mean, it's one of my favorite country music artists for sure. So,
for sure.
So yeah, and we'll bring you more on that story after he gets the award next month.
I like it. I like it. That's a great local lowdown, Patrick. And again, brought to you by Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, formerly Revels and Company. They dropped the Revels. Now it's just a great company. They want to help more small businesses in the area with their accounting and tax preparation needs. Redstone Heat and Air, serving Sevier County and the surrounding areas with a quality duct cleaning, equipment replacement, and HVAC services. And, of course, Kdqn Motorsports. Stop by 1587 Highway 70 West here in Kdqn and see the new arrivals at Kdqn Motorsports. That about does it. We're almost into the birthday club. 642-2190 is the number to call to get your birthdays and anniversaries in. We'll be drawing for those here in a minute. But first, I suppose we should go ahead and draw for this Facebook Live. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. Lots of people watching right now.
Yes.
It's pretty much over. Your chances to get in, Jen?
Yes, I have been watching it really closely. I think I've got a lot of names going into this one today.
Awesome. So winning the amazing coffee pack. We'll bring that out on camera here in a minute.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And sorry, Bradley Scarborough. It's just, you know, it's been sitting there, and I understand you're far away, but we gotta. Yeah. Let's spin the wheel.
Yeah. Hey, would you like to do the honors, Patrick?
Sure.
All you need to do is click to spin.
Click to spin.
Click to spin. Click anywhere?
On the wheel.
On the wheel. Let's click it. Here it goes. Wow, that is a lot of names on there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the winner is Esteban Ochoa.
Hey, look at that.
EO. Big winner on the day. Somebody's got to let him know.
Yes.
EO just won himself.
He's sleeping in right now.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping in. Yeah. He does a lot of work. He's probably, or he's going to win the coffee pack prize. Give away a couple mugs, a beautiful coffee tin.
Last thing that guy needs is more caffeine.
Congratulations, Esteban Ochoa, or EO as he's known.
Yeah.
Over at Smartphone EMT, big sponsor for the Football Squares contest. We appreciate you, and you can come pick up your winnings anytime, my friend. It's time, though. We got to get into
your birthday club.
Brought to you by
Dr. Frank Teed.
You don't have to leave the area to get great eye care. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery performs no-stitch cataract surgery on an outpatient basis. Dr. Teed and his staff offer great follow-up service right here. Schedule an appointment in Kdqn today at 642-2525 or 1-800-264-EYES. That's 1-800-264-3937. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery.
That's right. We are back. And it's time for the Birthday Club, brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed. Of course, congrats, EO, says Carolyn Frazier. Congrats, says Ann Archer Oates. Thanks, everybody, for watching today. You want to take this one, Jen, or you want me to?
Sure, I'll take it.
All right. Oh, by the way, should we go ahead and call it out? I think the next Facebook Live winner should get the certificate you were talking about.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Do you want to say what it is now, or do you want to wait till next week?
Let's do it. It's a birthday club.
It is the birthday club.
Yeah.
The next winner of the Facebook Live giveaway gets a certificate to have Jen bake you a cake.
Yes, and decorate.
And decorate it. She makes incredible, amazing cakes.
Thank you.
They're unbelievable. You can go to her Facebook page and just see the recent one she made for Caitlin. So make sure starting next week, you're going to be wanting to like, share, comment on every video because you want to get in on getting that birthday cake or that cake.
Yeah, it could be for if you want a Valentine's Day cake, a birthday cake, a wedding. No, not a wedding cake.
Not a wedding cake.
Haven't done that before.
That on her.
No. So
a Batman cake?
Batman cake, sure.
A Flash cake?
Sure, but I don't work with fondant, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, no fondant because that stuff is gross.
Yes.
Yeah. Christina Winton says, have y'all done the birthday club? We're currently on it.
Yes.
I can't play the music for Facebook Live, unfortunately, because we get shut down. But please, if you have a birthday, send it in unless you have already. Jen, why don't you kick us off?
Yes, a big happy birthday going out to Ronald Morris of Kdqn.
Hey.
The cake is in the works from Linda, Randy, and all the Fraser nieces and nephews.
Hey.
And it says he is turning speed limit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he's turning 50. Ronald Morris, happy birthday and congratulations. Yeah, we have no birthdays on our Facebook yet. You can put them to our Facebook Live. That's a very quick way of doing it. You can also email them, number1country@yahoo.com. And also, if you want to give any shout-outs on our Facebook Live, we're happy to do that. Kyle Willis says baseball forms have hit the school. Be on the lookout. If you don't know what he's talking about the Sevier County Dixie Youth Baseball signups, for not only the kids, I'm sure, but also volunteers and stuff. He came in last week. Hopefully you come in next week, Kyle, and we can talk more about that to enlighten the folks. Christina Winton says, happy late birthday to my son, Hunter Adam, the big 18.
Ooh.
We love you and are so proud of you. Happy birthday, Hunter Adam.
Yeah,
that's
happy
a presidential
18th.
name, I think.
Love it.
President Hunter Adam.
Hunter Adam.
I like that.
I do too.
Yeah. Congratulations and happy birthday, a big 1-8. You know what? Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and write that one down and put you in the drawing for the birthday club. Hunter.
Yes. And I just found one here that says, I would like to wish Ray Hargrove a happy birthday on Friday the 27th. Love, Hallie, Tate, and Joey Hargrove.
Nice.
Happy birthday, Ray.
Very cool. We appreciate everybody getting their birthdays and anniversaries in. I still find myself writing 2-1 instead of 2-3. I skipped past 2-2.
Still on 2021.
I'm still on 2021.
Yeah.
Kyle Willis, feel free to put out any and all information that you want on this Facebook Live video so people can see it. A lot of people go back and watch it later in the day who can't catch it during the morning. So. We do have to, we got a couple minutes left for the birthday club, so feel free to comment and get those birthdays in and call. But we will have the congressman calling in soon, so we will have to, we might have to get out quick.
Yes.
So make sure all those birthdays and anniversaries come to us if you can. Oh, here's one. Hunter Adam goes into the drawing.
All right.
I like the name wheel. That makes it so much easier.
It's really handy. And I don't have to use scissors.
Yeah, exactly. It was such a
painstaking
process.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're blessed. No Facebook birthdays today.
No. Hey, let's check out the famous birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
Caitlin May says, my birthday is on the 31st. Caitlin May, what day is that? That's Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Well, let's make sure we get that in. I'm going to write it down and put it in the birthday folder. Now, I don't want this to be too embarrassing, but I'm going to put down happy birthday to Caitlin May from herself.
And the Kdqn crew.
Plus Kdqn. I like it. How old are you turning, Caitlin, so I can put that down, and then we'll draw for it next week. Tiffany Weiner Craig says, happy 9th birthday to Emma Craig on the 28th of January. That is tomorrow. From Mom, Dad, and Clyde. Happy birthday, Emma Craig. We should write that one down as well. Caitlin May turns 28.
All right.
I remember being 28 like it was last year.
6 months ago?
6 months ago. Just wait for 29, Caitlin. Oh, man. All right. Happy 28th birthday to Caitlin May. Will you put that into the birthday club folder?
I can.
And we will do the same thing. And then I will write down Emma Craig turns the big 9 tomorrow. 012823 from Tiffany Craig. All right. You want to put that in the drawing?
Got it.
I want to make sure everybody gets in this. Give you 30 seconds left to get your the last birthdays and anniversaries coming through.
We got a lot this week.
Yes, we do. You shuffle them up good?
I have not shuffled them yet.
Shuffle them, Jennifer.
I am.
Oh, my gosh. Dun.
I really want to meet this Aunt Jen.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she could teach me how to be the best Aunt Jen, the second best Aunt Jen.
The second best Aunt Jen. There's no way you can take the cake.
I can't, no, but I want to learn from her.
Yeah. All right. We have one more coming through on our Facebook. And I do have to apologize for the last name. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Laura SHZ. Shiz, I'm going to go with. Not sure. Says, happy birthday to our son, Fabian Trejo, today from Mom and Dad. So I'm putting that down. Or is it Fabian or Fabian? I imagine it's Fabian, actually. Fabian Trejo.
I'm not good at that kind of stuff.
Boom. And that is today, 012723. I'm writing all these down. From Mom plus Dad. Happy birthday, Fabian Trejo. Let's go ahead and get those in there. Oh, does this one need to get rid of? What is this? I must have missed this one.
I think I missed it too.
Oh, a big happy birthday. Oh, man, we've got some still pouring in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this since we don't have the congressman on the phone yet. I'm going to keep playing this music. All right. Big happy birthday going out to Jade McLeay of Nashville. Her birthday is tomorrow. That's from Eli, Isaac, and Maudie. Happy birthday, Jade McLeay. And then this one, I'm not sure if I missed it or what. Big happy birthday going out to Jennifer Walker of Kdqn from Liz and Antonio Mendoza. Happy birthday, Jennifer Walker. Or no, that is today. What did I just say that was yesterday? No, that's today. I keep thinking the day's the 28th for some reason.
I know.
Happy birthday, John Tidmore, as well, says Caitlin May. So there you have it. Shall we go ahead and do this thing?
I think so.
All right, that's enough birthdays in there. I'm really pulling for some certain people. Here we go. I'm going to do the drawing.
Yes,
do we have
you
any
should.
Anniversaries in there?
We do.
Oh,
we have 2 anniversaries.
Oh. Hey, Representative Deanne Vaught. Her birthday is today. Of course, Representative Deanne Vaught, happy birthday.
Yeah, that's a big one.
You know what? I'm gonna keep you out of the drawing because I think you would rather, even if you won it, you would give it to one of your constituents.
Yeah.
Because she's such a nice person. Happy birthday, Deanne Vaught. Here we go. Big drawing on the day. I'm going to go with this one. And the big winner is Ty Wagner.
All right.
Of Horatio from Uncle Jake. Happy birthday, Ty Wagner. He turned 14. What day was that? That's a week ago. That was last Friday. Look at that.
We got that one a little late, so we put it in for this week.
Look what happens.
That's pretty cool.
Ty Wagner, the big winner. I forgot your birthday last week.
I was rooting for him. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were, and we put him onto the drawing. That's very cool. Mm-hmm. All right, Ty Wagner, big winner on the day.
Now we got anniversary here.
Let's get it. All right, anniversary going to go with the pink. Herbie and Kathy Harmeyer of Gillum. 27 years they've been together.
They deserve a cake.
Yeah, they get themselves an anniversary cake from Pruitt's. Ty Wagner gets himself a birthday lunch from TJ's, and it couldn't be any easier than that. We give away stuff all the time here.
We
on the
do.
show. So there you have it. Birthday Club brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed. We're going to be getting with the congressman here any minute. So we're going to take a brief break, and we will be right back. Thanks for joining. Don't go anywhere.
Local farmers support our community, which is why Farm Bureau Insurance supports farmers with Ag Promise, a truly comprehensive policy that protects everything farmers rely on. It's affordable and backed by fast, friendly service. We promise.
In Sevier County, call Farm Bureau Insurance at 584-3911 and ask Alan Stark, Lee Hammond, Stacy James, or Michael Collins about protecting your agribusiness.
Banking locally does a lot for your community, Diamond Bank is a family-owned community bank that makes all of our decisions locally. With Diamond Bank's new rewards checking accounts, we pay you to bank with us. Earn a high interest rate or get cash back every month. Stop by one of our 15 convenient locations today and discover the Diamond Bank difference, or visit us online at www.diamond.bank. Diamond Bank, 1710 South Constitution in Ashdown. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Anyone who has an iPhone, Android, iPad, or other handheld device has dropped it at some point, and more times than not, cracked the screen. If you haven't done this, trust me when I say it's gonna happen, but there's no need to cry when Smartphone EMT is nearby. And now with 3 locations, it's easier than ever to have your handheld device repaired or replaced. I'm convinced that Smartphone EMT can fix anything, but don't take my word for it. Visit Smartphone EMT in Kdqn, Texarkana, or the newest location in Brokenville for repair, replacement, and accessories. Check them out on Facebook.
As you strive to pursue your New Year's resolutions, perhaps the most important one you should seek is a healthy life. No one knows that better than the primary care providers at Mena Medical Associates and Mountain View Clinic. We are accepting new patients at both locations, and all of our providers have access to the best specialists in the region. Your pursuit of wellness is our primary goal. In 2023, take the time to take care of yourself. At Mena Medical Associates and Mountain View Clinic, it's patients first, always.
All right, we are back live. KDQN 92.1. We have the congressman on the line. We're giving Patrick just a quick second, which is actually good because Brett Renfro sent something through on our Facebook, and it got to us a little late. Cheryl Renfro's birthday is today, from Brett, Ty, Reed, and Clay. We got to it late and we already did the drawing, but I'm going to write that one down right now, and it'll go into the drawing, excuse me, for next week. So Cheryl Renfro, I'm not sure how old she's turning, but happy birthday, Cheryl Renfro, and we have that in for next week. Perfect. All right. And quickly, we got to play this.
Your local news leader is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana. Local news this hour is presented by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. And by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer.
That's right. You might be wondering, it's a little early for that news sounder. Well, we have something that's very newsworthy on the other line. Patrick?
That's right. Each week we get to speak to Arkansas's 4th U.S. Congressional Representative, Congressman Bruce Westerman. How are you this morning, sir?
Doing great, Patrick. Good to be with you after I think I missed a week.
We did, and that was my fault. I had a sick baby last week, and fortunately I got to talk to your staff, and they had let them know I wasn't going to be around for the interview, and we were going to let you finally have a Friday off. So I did get to talk to a little bit to Sarah Henderson. Is that your new communications director?
She is. She's Arkansas, an Arkansan from up in northwest Arkansas, and she's doing a great job. I hope your baby's doing better and on the mend.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. Well, it was great to get to talk to her a little bit via email. Seems be great working with her in the future. But Congressman, a few things I hope we could talk about today, and maybe start off with your thoughts on the White House's announcement this week that it plans to send 31 M1A2 Abrams tanks to Ukraine to help that nation in its efforts to defeat the Russian invasion. You know, this is the question of whether or not to send these main battle tanks to Ukraine has been one that not just us, several other nations have debated in recent days and weeks, and it kind of seems like our decision has triggered Germany, even Canada, to send some of their own tanks, the Leopard 2, off to the front. Now, this assistance alongside that $3 billion in security assistance approved for Ukraine earlier this month. That package includes a bunch of military vehicles, tons of ammunition, other equipment for the Ukrainians. Now, many are saying, of course, this is solid development. This is going to be a hopeful assistance package for Ukraine. Others say it might be too little, too late. Congressman, what do you make of all this?
Well, when it comes to those issues, a lot of times there's information out there that you can't have unless you go to an intelligence briefing or information that's not available. So I'm kind of torn on this one. I think it may be the timing may not be the best, but it also, on another hand, could be good timing because there's indications that the war could be getting to a point where Ukraine could claim victory and push Putin back. So it may be, getting these tanks there at this time could really be a big help. I actually met with some leaders from Ukraine yesterday, and things are looking positive. But there's been an unbelievable amount of destruction, and it's an interesting conversation about how what Putin's wanting are the resources of Ukraine, and they've got a lot of critical minerals and other resources there. They've got oil and gas there as well. So they need to push him back, but they also need to figure out how not just to push him back, but to keep him out. And at some point, Putin's not going to be the leader of Russia anymore, and you have to wonder, is it going to be somebody worse than him that fills in, or somebody that respects the boundaries of Ukraine? But so it's a very complicated matter, and I hate to just wade into it, because I can see the benefits and the downfall of sending those tanks right now as well. You don't want to escalate the war more with Russia, but you also would like for Ukraine to be able to finish it and drive Putin out, and hopefully that would be his downfall, that they would replace him in Russia with somebody else, hopefully somebody better.
Sure. You raised one issue there, the idea that this war could very much end with a Ukrainian victory. And, of course, that's going to bring a whole lot of other questions in the future. How much is it going to cost for that country to rebuild? I've seen estimates currently right now, and, these might even be a month or so old, of about $1 trillion for that nation to repair the damages. I mean, you see the pictures, destroyed apartment buildings. There seems like hardly a bit of countryside that doesn't have a shell crater in it somewhere. So obviously would love to see, we want to see the Ukrainians succeed in that battle, but there'll be more questions regarding how that nation will rebuild itself afterwards. But speaking of
one of the things
go ahead.
One of the things they were proposing was, the way they could rebuild was to use the resources that they have to do more mining. They said there's obviously interest from Russia in these resources. There's interest from China in these resources, and there's interest from the Middle East in these resources. But what they would really want to do is develop the resources of their own. And I think there may have been a time in the past when the Russians were did some underhanded deals to keep Ukraine from developing their resources, and then you had Zelensky come along and decided to actually develop the resources, and that's part of what I think sparked Putin to go in and invade, because they see the value that's there, and we're talking trillions of dollars worth of resources that they have.
Sure. Well, Congressman, speaking of lots of money, I'd like to move on to one perennial issue we've discussed many times before. That is the national debt limit. We officially hit $31.4 trillion debt limit this month. Treasury Department, however, says don't worry. They've got some extraordinary measures in the works to make sure the country's got just enough money to stay afloat. I know, Congressman, that sounds great and all, but you have said before, we do have a debt problem in this country that needs to be addressed. If anything, so we can avoid these battles in the future, make sure the country does not find its entire budget eaten up by debt in the future. Now, with a Republican majority in the House of Representatives, do you see that as creating an opportunity to help maybe bring some wiser spending at the level of the federal government? And any other thoughts you have on where we're at right now?
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of thought put into this, and it does create an opportunity because we've reached the debt ceiling, and there, as you mentioned, Janet Yellen's taking extraordinary measures. Now, she put a date out there of June 1st. It could be the end of June or the end of July, or even later in the year. But she's the Treasury Secretary, and she kind of gets to set that date. So she's basically signaled a date to Congress that you better get this fixed before June, and it's also a signal to markets. So at the end of the day, I think everyone wants the government to pay their debts, but also think reasonable people want the government to quit running up the debt so much. So
Sure.
we're going to have a proposal hopefully coming out soon. I'm pushing to do this as quickly as possible to pass a debt limit increase, but also have some constraints tied to that. And one of the ideas that I think would be a great victory is a bill that my friend Tom McClintock from California has that says that when we get to a government shutdown, that there's priority in what gets paid, because we get up against these deadlines, and the message in the mainstream media is, oh my goodness, the government's shutting down, the sky is falling. Workers aren't going to get paid, our men and women in uniform aren't going to get paid. So this legislation would say that if we go into a government shutdown, that we're still paying the interest on the debt, we're paying our men and women in uniform, we're paying FAA, air traffic control, those critical jobs that keep the country moving. And that would give us a great tool to not be put in a bind saying, we haven't, or the government's going to shut down, you got to pass this massive omnibus bill, or it's going to be chaos. So I think that would be a good victory to get that legislation tied to the debt limit increase. President Biden and Chuck Schumer have said there's no negotiating on this. They've kind of backed into their corners. But if we pass a bill in the House that raises the debt limit ceiling with some conditions on it, the onus is on them. Then they're going to be the ones that are going to cause us not to increase the debt ceiling.
Sure.
And then that would give us a tool to then really start focusing on the debt, which is kind of phase 2 of what we're working on. We're going to pass a budget that balances. We're going to pass the appropriation bills. And, this was a lot of the big debate the first week when we were trying to elect the speaker, was to send the 12 appropriation bills to the Senate and send them something called a continuing resolution to tell the Senate, if you don't pass these 12 appropriation bills that have been through regular order in the House, then here's your continuing resolution to not continue spending at the same rate as the previous year, but to cut it a point or maybe up to 4 or 5 points, so that the Senate will actually work and take up the bills and go through regular order and not send us back some massive omnibus that has huge amounts of pork and spending in it that's going to increase the debt even more. So we've got a plan to address both the debt ceiling and the debt, but I think those two have to be kept separately. But we use the debt ceiling increase to get the tools to be able to work on the debt, if that makes sense.
Sure. And I mean, we're looking at so many things contributing to this debt. This $400 billion in student loan debt relief. Again, we've talked before, it's maybe not the best time for something like that, especially in the midst of record inflation. But Congressman, you wrote earlier, I believe it was earlier this week, that if the Treasury Department, excuse me, let me go back here. As you mentioned, we don't even think the sky's fallen, but at the same time, you said that if the Treasury Department, if it exhausts these extraordinary measures, we're unable to pay our bills. If we default on our debt, this would definitely have some serious repercussions for the nation.
Oh yeah, it's not it's serious stuff. It's like saying we borrowed this money and we're going to default on paying the interest back. So we have to get to a point where we can pay it, but we have to also look to the future and say enough is enough. We've got to stop this madness in spending and put some conditions on raising the debt limit so that we're not back in this situation again in a short order.
Absolutely. Congressman, I think that is a perfect place to leave it. I hear you're from the swamp. You doing a little duck hunting this weekend?
I'm in the, I was telling Carolyn I'm in the swamp when I called in, but I'm in the D.C. swamp.
Okay. I thought I misunderstood and said the Arkansas swamp, so I thought you maybe out there getting...
But, duck season ends the end of the month. So I do hope to maybe get out in the
good
flooded
swamp
timber and shoot some mallards this weekend if I can get back there.
Well, absolutely. Well, good. Best of luck to you getting back to Arkansas ASAP. Congressman, as always, thank you for taking some time out of your very valuable schedule to keep us informed today, both on some domestic and some international issues. Very much look forward to doing it all over again next week. And as always, Congressman, good weekend. Have a great weekend and safe travels to you.
Thank you, Patrick. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Talk to you next week.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
I worked my whole life, and now I'm enjoying a nice retirement. But it wouldn't have happened without some planning. That's why I have my IRA at my bank. It's a balanced approach to investing. Solid returns in a safe, secure investment. Take my advice and open an IRA today.
Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smoothly by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or hay series tractors into More Your Equipment sales and rentals for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products, or stop by More Your Equipment sales and rentals in Idabel or Kdqn to keep your Kubota running strong.
And now, our tour through Arkansas Heritage with your host, Patrick Massey.
Today on our Arkansas Heritage Tour, we are going to learn more about probably the best thing in all of Arkansas, and that's the food we have here in the state. And specifically, we're going to learn more today about the Arkansas Food Hall of Fame process and the upcoming 2023 finalist announcement. We are joined by the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center Museum Director and member of the Arkansas Food Hall of Fame Committee, Key Fletcher. Key, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I gotta agree, food is where it's at in Arkansas.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. So, hey, you know what? Best place to start is right at the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit about the Arkansas Food Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. The Arkansas Food Hall of Fame is such a great program. It's managed by Arkansas Heritage, and it really is an effort to honor all of the history of food that's in Arkansas, and just to really celebrate that culture. You know, this program is based on nominations, and so we don't want to say who we love. We want the public to tell us who they love, and so it's a really great way to get the community involved and telling us who they believe should be the finalists and winners of the who's who of the most amazing food in Arkansas.
I love it. You know, and there's a whole nomination process. And if I understand right, you guys get nominations from every one of Arkansas' 75 counties. I mean, this is just a gigantic statewide effort.
It is. And really what's interesting to me is how much it's grown over the years. We definitely get finalists from all over the state, big and small. You know, it's really one of those initiatives where your food, the business, the restaurant, the proprietor, there's nothing that's too little or too big to be included. You know, if it's an Arkansas-based restaurant, we want to share the story. We want to hear about it. We want to know what the community thinks.
That's fantastic. Now, I'm going to ask you my next question here. It's going to be pretty obvious to you and me and anybody who's ever eaten anything here in Arkansas. But, hey, let's talk just real quickly. Why is it so important to recognize the restaurants that contribute to Arkansas's culinary heritage?
When you think about our traditions and our cultures and our folkways, you know, foodways are definitely one of those things that connects all of our histories, and it's really a way to share stories. I don't know about you, but when I think about my family and all of our traditions, a lot of them are around food. A lot of them are around recipes. And so this is just a really unique way to kind of combine it all together. The Arkansas Food Hall of Fame really just allows us to explore the stories, the restaurants, the recipes, and all of those things that really make Arkansas unique.
There is nothing that gets done in Arkansas without a meal being wrapped up with it somehow.
You know it.
Yes. Well, hey, so we are talking about the Arkansas Food Hall of Fame. Can you tell us just a bit of the details of the finalist announcement? I believe that is scheduled for January 30th, just down the road.
It sure is. So it is definitely scheduled for then. We're going to have a special event. It's going to take place here in Little Rock on January 30th. Make sure that you watch out for our Facebook page. We're going to go live, Arkansas Heritage Facebook page, to make sure that everybody can see it, so no matter where you are in the state, you can participate. But it really isn't just about the shared heritage. We really want to make sure we're exploring the flavors and the stories behind the food. But with that announcement, everybody will be able to see the list of finalists and nominees. And also, people can go to our website. They can make sure that they go to arkansasheritage.com if they want to see a list of the finalists and on our website. And then also, I can't forget to let everybody know that there is a Food of the Year. I don't know if everybody knows about that. So not only are we recognizing restaurants and proprietors and, the great chefs and all of the remarkable people who are behind making everything pop when it comes to food, and also food-themed events as well. Can't forget about that. But we also have a Food of the Year, and I love that one. It's the most interesting one. In the past, we had rice, chicken, corn, fish, and so we're excited to announce what the food of the 2023. So all of that's going to happen at our announcement that's taking place on January 30th.
Wonderful. That is definitely something to get on the calendar. Now, you hinted at it for just a second there, Key, but any Arkansan listening to this wants to learn a little bit more about the Arkansas Food Hall of Fame, maybe wants to do a little interaction on social media as well. Where would you turn them to?
Sure. If you want to know more about the Food Hall of Fame, which is very interesting, make sure you visit our website. That's arkfoodhof.com. That's arkfoodhof.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And also make sure you use that hashtag ARKFHOF.
So easy. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Keith, so much for sharing about this program. Of course, what this does, it celebrates Arkansas's food heritage, which, as we mentioned right at the beginning, that's just so important for everybody here. Make sure to stay tuned for that announcement of this year's Arkansas Food Hall of Fame finalists on January 30th. Key, thanks again so much for your time today.
Thank you for joining us through this tour of Arkansas heritage.
Local news this hour has been presented by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer. And by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
Hot Tails Crawfish number 3 is back for the 2023 season with mouth-watering crawfish, shrimp, crab legs, gator, boudin, and sausage. Cooked just the way you like them, as well as flavorful sides of corn, potatoes, and mushrooms. It all starts Friday, January 27th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Be sure to visit Hot Tails Crawfish number 3 for hours, directions, and specials. Just north of the 7071 junction across from Twisted Tines in Kdqn.
There's nothing better than a thick, juicy, flavorful steak, and there's no better place to get yours than Prime Country Meat Market in Horatio. With a huge selection of USDA-certified premium beef in a variety of cuts, to bacon-wrapped stuffed jalapeno peppers, beef and veggie kebabs, seasoned pork tenderloins, and fresh veggies, you can make a meal fit for a king at prices that fit your budget. And Prime Country Meats now accepts EBT cards. Stop by on Tuesdays and save 10% on all frozen meats. For hours and directions, visit Prime Country Meat Market on Facebook.
Did you know that people exposed to secondhand e-vapor absorb nicotine from the aerosol? Secondhand aerosol, incorrectly called vapor by the industry, is not harmless. Secondhand e-vapor contains nicotine, ultrafine particles, and toxins known to cause cancer and respiratory distress. If you need help quitting, call 833-283-WELL today to talk to a trained counselor and develop your quit plan. That's 833-283-9355. Brought to you by UAPB, Minority Initiative Subrecipient Grant Office, the Department of Health and Legacy Initiatives.
Are you ready for some football?
The holidays are past us, and we have a renewed hope for tomorrow. And your friends at Gentry Chevrolet hope the best for you and yours, but some things remain the same. If you're going to keep the family ride a little longer, make sure it's winterized at Gentry Chevrolet and Kdqn. Check the antifreeze, change the oil, get the front end aligned. Gentry Chevrolet has windshield repair replacement services available and no-wait oil changes available too. If you're ready for a new one, let Gentry Chevrolet order it for you. And remember, they have the best pre-owned inventory in our area. Check them out online at GentryChevyInc.com.
Good service and a good attitude have a lot to do with each other. You can't have one if you don't have the other. Service is about one person helping another because they want to, not because they're supposed to. A strong bank is built on strong relationships. Strong relationships are built on good service. Horatio State Bank, member FDIC, rated one of the nation's strongest banks.
Da, 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 da. That's right. Everybody heard that football square sounder. We do have a caller, number 10, on the line. Who do we have on the phone?
Jacoby Halliburton.
Jacoby Halliburton?
Yes.
That's a fantastic name. Are you like a big business CEO executive or something? That sounds like a powerful name.
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay, perfect. Well, where'd you pick up your football squares play sheet, my friend?
From TJ's.
TJ's, very cool. Let's see. Let's pick a good one here. Who is in square? Yeah, let's go with this one. Who's in square 10H?
10H. It is Cornelius Bennett.
Absolutely correct, my friend. We're going to scratch out Cornelius's name and put you in there. Jacoby Halliburton, and you now have a square eligible for $500 come Super Bowl Sunday. Thanks for playing.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, thank you. All right. Another square in the books. We got a bunch, man. We're really working through this sheet here.
Powering through it.
Powering through. Appreciate everybody listening and participating, and everybody on Facebook Live, of course. Make sure to go like, share, comment on next week's video. Don't even bother with this one.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, how many have I given away today? I'm gonna think
3 sounds right.
3 or 4. Let me tally them up here live on the air. We got 1, we got 2, 3. All right, only 3. We've only given away 3. 52 squares, so we're almost halfway there, which is like right on track, I do believe.
Really
right
is.
about where we need to go. Greg Revels did the math for us. So, who knows about all that. Yeah, I think it's February 12th is Super Bowl Sunday, so we still have 2 weeks pretty much to get through that. So, and we've been doing it for 2 weeks. So, yeah, right about halfway there.
Yeah, there you go.
Give away 2 more today. How about that? So keep on your toes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Keep you around a little bit more. So.
Yeah, we'll end this week with a nice round 50.
You want to talk about some more tanks?
I do, and I also have more rude things that you might not know you're doing.
Yeah.
Jen has some baby names that might be canceled.
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of stuff we could do this hour, but let's kick it off with some tanks because this is very interesting to me.
Well, we were just talking to the congressman a little bit about that. Of course, that's been in the news this week that we're going to be sending some of ours over to Ukraine to fight the Russians. Now, I have a listener who hollered at me yesterday, actually a very good friend of mine, who was an Abrams mechanic in the 90s, early 2000s, before the Iraq War in 2003. But that's what he spent his career doing, was working on Abrams tanks. And he gave some nuance to it that I was not aware of until I did a little more reading on it last night. But he says, do not expect those things to get there anytime soon. And after some of the reading I did on some more specialty, like some Defense Department related websites and stuff, it could be like years possibly before these things get over there. And that's unless we go against U.S. policy. And the idea being, so the Abrams that we use for our soldiers here in our Army have this specialty secret recipe formula. We're not allowed. It's against U.S. policy, so against the law to send those particular types of tanks to other people. We don't. There's lots of people who use Abrams tanks. They just don't use that particular one. because again, it's a secret recipe. Last thing you want is the Russians to get a hold of one because the Ukrainians just left it on the battlefield or something like that, and then they get the formula, figure out how to make that specialty armor. It uses like depleted uranium and other stuff all in it, makes it really, really tough. And so my friend, he pointed out too that there's only one place in the United States that they make these things. It's a government owned plant in Ohio. They make probably about 12 a month is all they can do. Of course, these are very complicated things and cost a lot of money. So about 12 a month. We're talking about sending 31 of them. It would be against U.S. law to send the ones that we have in our stockpile because again, they have this secret recipe armor in them. So what we have to do is the quickest way is to go to a country that we've sold the regular export version of, and convince them to give them to Ukraine, which is, just from what I was reading last night, it's going to be a very, very tough sale. Nobody wants to get rid of theirs, to potentially go get destroyed in Ukraine. So we're either going to have to build brand new ones that don't have that secret recipe and send them over there, or break U.S. law by sending them some of these fancier ones that we
So
use
essentially, we're going to be the guy who shows up late to the move, to his friends moving, and he's like, hey, I'm here. And it's like, dude, we already got it all done.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, darn. All right, any beer left?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be us.
Great analogy. Yeah.
So those were the only two options?
Apparently, from what I've read, and it's also one of the things that my friend mentioned that I also ended up reading about is that the Abrams is like the only tank out there that doesn't use diesel. It's got a jet engine in it, so it uses jet fuel to run it, which makes it's super powerful and quick for a 80-ton main battle tank. It's super fast, but it's also really finicky. Of course, he replaced engines and stuff on them, and he said if you don't operate these things right, you can blow the engine, no problem.
Man.
So there's not only are these things real complicated, but they're a little finicky too. And of course, U.S. crews know how to operate them, no problem. But what I end up reading too is that it's not just tanks we're going to have to send. We're going to have to send like the recovery vehicles, figure out somewhere where these things can be fixed, because things break all the time, you know.
Right.
Tread or a optic goes out or something. The nearest place to get them fixed is about 500 miles from the front line. You know. So what I was reading last night is we just what we're sending them is kind of, if anything, it's a symbolic thing. So other countries will send their tanks over there. It's like, all right, if America's going to send tanks, let's all send our tanks as well, because like the Leopard 2, the German tank, a lot of countries use it, and the places to fix those are just down the road from the battlefield.
So our options are like, if somebody asked us to borrow them $20, and then we're like, okay, yeah, I'll borrow you $20. And then Jen asked me to borrow her $20. I say yes. Then I go to Patrick. I'm like, hey, can I get that 20? Can I borrow 20 from you so I could give it to Jen?
Yeah, there you go.
And then you say, no, I like my 20, and I don't really want to give it to Jen to spend on God knows what. And then I have to go outside and panhandle $20 to loan to you.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing. Why don't we just, I don't know, okay, secret recipe Abrams, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough question, but at the same time, I mean, there's other countries, like look at Estonia. They've literally sent everything they have to Ukraine. They're even like, at this point, they're like, here's an Olga. You can put a bomb in it and jump out at the just before it hits something. So at least, and maybe if anything, it's a symbolic move. But if you're someone who's like worried, like, are these tanks going to kill too many Russians? You know, you kind of heard from Bruce Westerman's like, there's potential it risks escalation of the war. Of course, Russians are escalating it plenty for everybody every day. Right. So I don't know how much of an issue that really is at the end of the day.
Right.
If you're worried that Abrams tanks are going to go over there and kill too many Russians, by the time they get there, the whole thing might even be over.
Right.
It won't be a Ukraine anymore.
Well, let's not. Hopefully, there'll be a whole different government in Russia.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
But without our tanks, you know. There's we were really going to help some Ukrainians with those, but it turns out I guess it's not going to be as quick as we want it to be. So
what's interesting is that supposedly the armor in the Abrams was designed by British, and they gave us the technology. There's a lot of swapping. The only reason they have nuclear bombs because we gave them the technology, because we knew they'd be a great partner for global security in the future.
Right.
They gave us that secret recipe. They're sending their tanks with that stuff. They're sending like 14 of them over there.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, okay, well, if the Russians can figure out that technology from a British tank, we might as well just send the ones we have right now.
Yeah,
over,
exactly.
I said they're all. I think I was telling you yesterday. They're all designed to kill Russians.
Yeah.
Russian tanks.
Yeah.
And the Ukrainians are the ones doing the fighting. Might as well just give them to them.
Yeah, I agree. And if we're going to do it. I'm having a hard time concentrating right now. I just made some coffee, and it is like black ink.
Yeah,
this is
good.
This is
good coffee.
Strong coffee right here. That is thick and powerful.
Don't think that was me that made that.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Mm.
Yeah. So let's take a second. We're going to get into your genuine RV power sports weather for the 8 o'clock hour. We'll be right back.
Choose the option that best describes your lifestyle. Option A. Option B. Option C. Or all of the above. Whatever you're into, Genuine RV and Power Sports has it covered with a large selection of new and pre-owned RVs, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, golf carts, and more with exceptional customer service and satisfaction. Genuine RV and Power Sports, 1300 Northeast Lincoln Road in Idabel.
Number one country weather.
All right, taking a look at the weather for today. We're looking at frost this morning. It should clear out, of course, by 9 a.m. Otherwise sunny with a high near 60 today. Light southwest winds increasing to 15 miles per hour through the afternoon, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 36. South winds about 10 miles per hour this evening. Tomorrow does have a 50% chance of showers and a chance of showers mainly after 9 a.m. Cloudy with a high near 57. Strong winds again. Saturday night does have an 80% chance of showers and possible thunderstorms, a low of 49 that evening. Sunday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms to cap off the weekend. Sunday night clears out, mostly cloudy, a low of 39. Monday does have a 20% chance. So does Tuesday with a 70% chance. Wednesday, 60% chance, and on it goes. So it's definitely going to be a wet weekend and a wet week upcoming. Currently 29 degrees outside your number one country studios. Yesterday's high, 51. The low, 25. No rainfall in the past 24 hours. There you have it. That is your weather, brought to you by Genuine RV Power Trivia. Now, we talked about this yesterday, and I accidentally just deleted the tab I was about to read.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, now I can't even get to it. But it was about Ellen. It was about Ellen DeGeneres. I guess somebody is in some hot water right now for defending her, like one of her workers. Twitch, I think his producer nickname is. He's called Twitch.
Was? Yes. He just died a few weeks ago.
Oh. And that shows you. Why is it in entertainment news?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Where did that go? All right.
Did you go to history and recently closed?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Stephen Twitch boss reportedly had a hard time during Ellen DeGeneres' workplace scandal. He defended her.
I would imagine so. They're very close.
Yeah. So who is this? He passed away? I
did.
didn't read that at all in this article.
Yeah.
This was written January 26th, just yesterday. So that's my bad on that.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay. Well, yeah, he was saying that, it's a lot of he was asked by an interviewer, why are you still supporting this woman? And he said, and I think it's a lot of pressure. That's what he said. It's a lot of pressure on a show, which is true.
Right.
So this made me think, because this article just really lambasts Ellen DeGeneres, calling her racist and using fear and intimidation behind the scenes and all this. So I went to really try and find what Ellen did, because I'm like, whoa, okay, so I am off on this. You know, I'm thinking all I ever heard about Ellen was it was she was a little mean behind the scenes.
Right.
You know,
Demanding,
somebody
right?
demanding,
Yeah.
somebody didn't get her coffee right or something like that. And now I have Vox.com pulled up, which is the place to go for this type of thing, I guess. How Ellen DeGeneres' facade of kindness has crumbled. I read it. There's literally nothing. There is literally nothing, just accusations of a toxic workplace. What does that mean? I mean, what's a toxic workplace? Oh, they mentioned that, you know, she would get angry behind the scenes and stuff. Well, I don't know. If you're like, I've heard Jay Leno wasn't exactly the nicest guy to work for. You know, when you have to put on a show every single day,
Right.
you know, in Hollywood, like, it's a pressure. There's a lot of, you know, it's one of the biggest shows of all time, you know, and I can't believe everybody, I'm not an Ellen fan or anything, like, you know, but everybody just completely throw her in the trash because some of her employees started crying about how toxic it was.
Yeah.
And then there is some abuse allegations of some of her producers, you know, which I'm sure they were promptly, you know, let go and stuff. And how is that Ellen's fault?
I don't know. I think I'm probably one of them because I didn't like Ellen DeGeneres to begin with, but I think a lot of people hopped on the bandwagon of trying to cancel her. I don't know.
It's crazy. So rumors circulated that DeGeneres was not really nice in person. As the show portrayed her to be. But the cracks have spread over the past year and become glaringly obvious that former employees began speaking up about what a terror it was to work on the show.
Yeah.
Darn. You must have PTSD from that trauma.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, no.
And I'm sure the work was just that difficult.
Yeah. Two scathing reports of nightmare workplaces, leaving the public image of the show and DeGeneres herself in disarray. Yeah. And then she apologized.
Yes.
Obviously
I do
something
remember
changed.
that.
Yeah, I'm disappointed to learn that this has not been the case, and for that I am sorry. Anyone who knows me knows it's the opposite of what I believe and what I hoped for our show. Dang. What? Because somebody was like, you're mean to me.
Yeah.
I didn't get her coffee right.
I think some people are going to be a little bit more difficult to work with. They're just kind of set in their ways and
Yeah.
such, and that can be taken the wrong way by some other people.
Yeah.
You know?
Basically, if you worked for Ellen and your name isn't Ellen, I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the point. With the exception of Ellen herself, any person working there could have been replaced, and the on-air quality would have not changed whatsoever.
Yeah.
So just feel lucky that you're getting in on being like a producer for one of the biggest shows during daytime television, you know,
Yeah.
and
I would
stop
imagine
complaining.
they keep a pretty tight ship as well, being that it was or is, I don't know, the biggest show.
Yeah.
You know, she's giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars all the time. And
Yeah.
scholarships and stuff. She's got to have it perfect. So.
And this just canceled
big of a
everything.
show?
It is.
Oh, it's got to be
I think
like number one.
it's either done now or it's going to be done soon.
It's done.
It's
I'm
done.
pretty sure.
Okay.
Ellen, she's thrown away because she's not as nice in person as she's portrayed on the show. That's literally the only accusation I can find against her. That
I mean, if you ever work for somebody that's really successful,
Yeah.
sometimes they're just demanding.
Yeah.
That's how
Yes.
they and it's not like they're demanding this out of you and not themselves. Obviously,
Yeah.
they're at the place where they are because they've known whatever they've done, you can do too.
yeah. I'm not a fan of Ellen. I've never even really watched the show apart from her cringy dances, like
Yeah.
compilation or whatever. But I wouldn't imagine. I can't believe that, you know, she's just been thrown away like that. You know, unless I'm missing something, somebody tell me.
Especially
what
for
in the world
everything she
happened?
did for a lot of people. I don't know.
It's very
I don't
nice.
know. I guess I'm
She make a rude tweet or something.
Whatever. it
probably
is.
just a combination of a bunch of little things that added up.
Yeah, maybe it was she should have read from this list of 23 things that you're doing that you don't know are rude.
Yes.
Number 8, of course, we said wearing too much perfume. Rolling on. Number 9, requesting a tour of somebody's house. If it's brand new, I don't think that's rude. If it's, you know, I don't know. I mean, if you're having a party, you expect to give a tour, right?
Yeah, a little
I
bit, I
mean,
guess.
what do you just knock on the door and be like, hey, can I get a tour of this
Yeah.
house? You know, no, get out of here.
I definitely do that at parties. I'll be like, wow, it's a really nice place. You want a tour? Sure, I'd love one. Or sometimes
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, I'll go. Little tour, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, mine more is it's a lot of just like, don't go in that door.
Yeah.
Don't go into that room.
Yeah.
Stay out of there.
I wouldn't sit there. It's natural to be curious about what a friend's new home looks like when you're invited over for dinner. However, asking for a guided tour is nothing short of rude. The biggest faux pas people make when visiting somebody else's home is asking for a tour. That's the biggest faux pas you can make.
Yikes.
I could think of a few more, like knocking over a ancient vase or
stealing something,
getting too drunk. And that doesn't mean you should go snooping when you're off in the powder room either. The only time a tour is appropriate is when the host insists upon it. But then when I don't like tours. I'm not a big tour guy. It's like, let me give you a tour of your house. And
being
I'm like,
in the tour or hosting the tour?
Being in the tour. Hosting it too.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's like, hey, let me give you a tour. It's like, I got it. Yeah. There's bathroom, bedrooms. It's normal.
I feel goofy now because I always thought that was a nice thing to ask. It's like like a compliment.
It is.
Almost.
This is nonsense.
Yeah.
This is nonsense. I reject your theory that asking for a tour is rude.
I mean, now if you're just like, I would like to request a tour from you of your domicile, then I look at you like, what?
Yeah.
But if you're just like, hey, you want to show me around the place?
Yeah.
Who's gonna think that's rude?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Number 12, offering up an opinion without being asked. We're being rude on the show every day, I guess. Scowling, that's rude. I don't think if you scowl in your mind, you're like, well, this is very nice of me to be doing that.
Some people naturally scowl.
Yeah, that's true. Not accepting compliments from people close to you. I have a pretty hard time with getting compliments.
So do I.
Yeah.
Hate it.
What are you talking about? Making people feel bad about not knowing something. You don't know what 2 + 2 is, Mom? I would. I might have to make fun of you for that. Not allowing others to merge. I don't know. Seize the gap. If you can get in, get in. If you're taking forever.
Again, it's a shopping cart thing there, I think.
By the way, Greg sent something on that, and then I actually saw somebody share it. We were talking about shopping carts. Yes, that's actually what led us onto this whole thing. Shopping carts being a nice indicator of if you're a good person or not, as in putting them away when you are done with them into the cart corral or whatever. And Greg Revels actually sent this pretty good photo here. The shopping cart is the ultimate litmus test for whether a person is capable of self-governing. To return the shopping cart is an easy, convenient task, and one which we all recognize as the correct, appropriate thing to do. To return the shopping cart is objectively right. There are no situations other than dire emergencies in which a person is not able to return their cart. Simultaneously, it's not illegal to abandon your shopping cart. Therefore, the shopping cart presents itself as the apex example of whether a person will do what is right without being forced to do it. No one will punish you for leaving your shopping cart. No one will kill you or fine you for the shopping cart. You gain nothing by returning the shopping cart. You just must return the shopping cart. Out of the goodness of your own heart, you must return the cart because it is the right thing to do, because it is correct. So there you go. If you're worried about, am I a good person? You return your shopping cart. And
Answer all the questions. If you don't, then you answered your own question.
Yeah, unless you really make up for it. If you're just an obnoxious shopping cart leaver, but you do everything else in the rest of your day for other people and you're extremely, selfless, then maybe you get a pass. But even then, I mean, what's your game? What's your angle?
I know one thing that I just say I find rude, but I guess it's just unavoidable nowadays, is like eating with everybody at a restaurant. Everybody's got their phones out. Just everybody's got their phones out. And I hate to, I try to do my best to just like leave it in my pocket or even in the car. Not even have it. I mean, my wife feels very much the same way when we go out to eat at places. We kind of have a little fun, like looking around a little bit and seeing most people are just sitting there, like sending memes to one another. At least I hope they're at least doing that.
Hopefully.
There's some interaction between the two of them. But next time I go out to eat with a lot of people, and I'll say you guys aren't like that.
I might check it occasionally. I'm not looking for anything though.
Yeah, not Facebook scrolling at dinner.
You always got to like check and make sure like you didn't get that text. That's like there's nothing.
We're
off
air.
But next time if I go out with a bunch of people to go eat some dinner, I'm going to bring a magazine with me. And if I see people pull their phones out, I'm just going to pull the magazine out and see how that flies with everybody. It's going to seem incredibly rude, but at the same time, it's no different than the phone.
And the way people text and look down at their phone, you'd be right by just pulling up the magazine and just blocking their faces with it. Just like reading it. Like you have to peek over like, what? What'd you say? Sorry, I was reading Vogue.
Now I just have to get a magazine.
Yeah. What a thing of the past it feels like. A magazine.
Yeah.
Does anybody still read magazines? Carolyn does.
Sometimes, yeah. I get magazines in the mail.
Well, that's because you signed up for a scam.
Yeah, I did. But they still, every now and then, they'll still send something.
Yeah. I have been scammed a couple times, and there's ones going on. So, and this might seem boring. I'm just going to get through this though. I play Magic: The Gathering. It's a stupid, nerdy card game where you collect cards and play with them, right? And the whole point is, it's kind of like gambling for nerds. You pick up packs, and hopefully there's something good inside, right? Well, to add to the gambling aspect and the sucker aspect. At places like Walmart and Target, big box stores, there's big logistics companies called like MJ Holdings. They're like one of the biggest, right? So what they do after a year of their shipments come in of Magic cards, and some of them fall and get busted open. The boxes get busted open, unusable, right? So they'll take the insides, the actual contents, the actual things that you're looking for, and they'll conceal it in a cube or a box, and they'll put on their mystery power cube, you know, and you don't know what's inside, right? Usually you're overpaying for something that is not, but they seed it with like, you don't know what's in there, right? So this one that I saw on I had to stop. I was at Walmart looking at the stuff. Mystery power box, $50, right? That's a lot to ask for some paper, right?
Yeah.
And you don't even know what's inside. And on the front of the box, it says seeded 1 out of 10 with a chase pack, right? And by that, they mean like a really valuable. So 1 in 10 has something real valuable in it. And the picture they use is of a vintage Magic pack. Now, a box of 36 of those is $14,000. There's very few in existence. Nobody's just handing them out, especially in a Walmart like little resealed box thing.
Yeah.
So everybody's buying these and cracking them, hoping to pull out
a $14,000 card.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. There very well may be a card worth, I mean, 90,000. There's cards that are worth way, crazy amount in those packs. That's why you buy the box online for 14 grand. And you're probably not even going to pull a few $100s worth of stuff out of them, by the way. It's so rare to even get something good from those.
Good, yes.
Yeah, it's insane, right? And there's very few sealed packs in existence even, so that's why they're so expensive. So I think that's such a scam, man. That is such a scam, that these cubes and boxes, mystery. You're always buying. Just go buy the thing. You're going to save money by just going to buy the thing. Now, I have fallen prey to them a couple times, and I actually got lucky one time. Really lucky. But these new ones, I was like, all right, I'll buy the little box, and I brought it home, and there was maybe $15 worth of stuff in it, And of course, it's like, oh, well, you were the unlucky one.
Yeah.
No, because I had to go to YouTube, and I'm like, people got to be buying these. This one guy bought like 20. He's like, I can't wait to get that vintage pack. He pulled nothing but just garbage out of it, essentially trash that isn't worth anything. I think that's a scam right there. That's called drop shipping too, right? Like they'll promise you a thing, but inside is not the thing. But the fact that on the front it just says it's a gamble, then they're totally safe.
Yeah, that's how lotteries work, really, at the casino and stuff.
Yeah.
You probably ain't gonna win, but there's a chance.
There's a chance.
And you keep coming every time I buy a lottery ticket. I don't know why. Every time I think I'm gonna win, this is obviously it's finally coming to me. I'm gonna win,
right?
And then I'm in my car and I'm not winning.
Definitely not winning.
And then 2 weeks later I'll go buy another one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just like what I do, Anyway, we should probably take a quick break. We still got your day's reminders ahead of you and some other stuff. So we'll be back with the Brew Crew.
This Valentine's Day, give your special someone something memorable and delicious, like a gray charcuterie box full of delicious fruits, veggies, and a host of festive foods carefully and artistically displayed to dazzle your Valentine. Raised by Bluebirds is now taking orders for their decorative Valentine cookie boxes with several designs to choose from, and they'll deliver them to the Kdqn studios for easy pickup. On Facebook, visit Raised by Bluebirds or Kdqn 921 to choose your favorite theme. Deadline to order is February 3rd.
At Pruitt's Foods in Kdqn, they understand that quality product and a quality shopping experience go hand in hand, which is why Pruitt's takes such pride in their meat department. From choicest whole meat selections, experienced butchers, quality cuts, and excellent service, to daily low prices and special holiday deals. By the way, if you're at Pruitt's Foods and don't see something you need in their meat department, just ask for an available butcher to assist you. That's Pruitt's Foods in Kdqn, located on Colin Ray Drive and available for online grocery pickup at pruittsfoods.com.
All right, we are back on live on Kdqn 92.1. Y'all heard that football square sounder. Who do we have on the phone?
Tanya Petrus.
Tanya
Hey,
Petrus.
Tanya.
Very nice. Where did you pick up your football squares play sheet?
TJ's.
TJ's. Picking up gas or food?
Food, of course.
Oh, of course. Of course. All right, let's pick a good one here. Who is in square? Let's go with square 8A.
John Elway.
John Elway is exactly correct. We're scratching out John's name and putting Tanya Petrus in there, and you got a square eligible for $500 come Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you for playing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, another square in the books. 51 to go. We're going to give away one more before the show's over, but when? Is it right now? No, it's not right now.
Aww.
Is it right now? No, it's not right now. Is it right now?
Are you ready for some football?
All right, Carolyn, I might get you to take that one. I don't want to take it live on the air. All right, perfect. I'm bamboozling everybody. No, that was totally predictable, I'm sure. But I just want to get it out of the way, man. I'm excited.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm excited to get down to 50. That's
50.
a great number.
We got last one right here, and then we're at
Mhm.
50. Maybe we'll give away one more and kick the week off at 49 on the downswing.
We ain't got a whole lot of time left.
Yeah.
No.
We're at the moment of the roller coaster where it's like click, 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 and we're just right at the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what I'm doing this weekend. Like I said, we know a little something. We do have a little plan. But I'm supposed to go duck hunting with Greg.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Well, now he's off gallivanting around in Little Rock, so much for that, I guess.
I know. Yeah, he kind of abandoned you, didn't he?
Yeah.
All right. Was that line 4 you said? All right. We have caller number 10 on line 4. Who do we have on the phone?
Andre Ball.
Andre Ball. Got it. Very nice. Where'd you pick up your football squares play
Andre
sheet?
Ball's on the sheet already.
Yeah.
TJ.
TJ's. Very cool. All right. Let's see here. Which square do we go with? I'm going to go with square 1G.
Bob Greasy.
That's exactly correct, Andre. We got your name in that square. Eligible for $500 come Super Bowl Sunday. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Hey, easy enough. The station that makes it fun to listen and easy to win. Number 1 country 92.1. Who do we have on the line?
My goodness.
I wish I was a little more radio-ish.
Me too, but I don't.
sometimes.
I tried practicing. I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. Oh, you can do it.
Well, I can do it, but I feel like I feel like my face is stuffed with honey buns when I do my radio voice.
Yes, that sounds appropriate though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Scott and Todd in the mornings.
I can't do that.
All right. Jen, we got to talk about these baby names. Do you
Yeah,
have those
let's
pulled
do
up?
it.
Well, I've been
Yes.
wanting to get to this one. So,
Very interesting.
yeah, these baby names are at risk
Yes.
of going extinct in 2023. This is from Fox News.
Yes.
All right.
Fox 10. All right. We're going to start with baby boy names at risk of going extinct.
Right.
Number 1 on the list is Arjun.
Oh, I love that name.
I love that name. I've never met an Arjun.
I had a good friend. He was East Indian. I think it's an East Indian.
It sounds
name.
like it.
Yeah, Arjun, and he was a good friend of mine. And what was that? Is that elementary from like whatever 3 to 5 or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
3 to 5, third
K to
grade to
5.
5. Yeah,
Yeah,
K to
yeah,
5. There
yeah.
you go. Yeah. Next,
Walter.
Walter. Why?
Don't know.
Walter is a name of German origins that means powerful warrior. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't have that list. Mine's just
Oh, just the name.
Yeah. What's your name,
Walter
okay.
Smith?
Yeah,
Or
Walter Smith. Your
Powerful
name's
Warrior
canceled.
Smith?
Yeah.
Junior?
Royce
Royce.
is the English
Yeah.
origin that means son of the king. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so these are all getting bumped down. These are just not getting picked.
Not
Yeah.
getting the traction.
They're not
because of
getting
all
the traction.
Lokis and and
Yes.
Skyflower.
Yeah. Sparrow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, but how do you pronounce number 6? Nehemiah? Nehemiah?
I have no idea. Nehemiah?
Nehemiah?
Yeah. It's a Hebrew origin that comes from comforted by God. The name has moved up 285 spots. So nobody's getting named Nehemiah anymore. Cameron, Wade, Kane. I thought this was going to be like weird names.
But we got to go to the girls' names. Those are the weird ones.
Okay.
I will say Kyle is down 84 spots.
Oh, no. Kyle's. Who's going to drink all the Red Bulls? And who's going to punch all the holes in the drywall? Kyle's. No.
Certainly not Sparrow.
No. Sparrow's nice.
All right, let's see here. Girl names that are thought to go extinct. Number 1 on the list is Hayden.
Yeah.
Then Arya.
Yeah. Araya, Mira.
Araya, yeah.
Kate, Catherine. I thought these were going to be like, a little more ridiculous or something. These are just names that aren't as popular anymore, I guess.
So.
Yeah, sorry Kate's out there. Sorry Leia's. Sorry Joy's, Vanessa, and Alea.
Kira's. I like that name.
Yeah, Kira's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a backup as far as things that are going extinct, and I did pull up. This is a renewed list of the. Let's see here. This is from WSJ.com. The elimination of harmful language from StanfordLanguage.com.
Oh gosh, I know this. I've read this before. But hey,
this is updated.
I just have a few names I wanted to throw out real quick that are becoming increasingly popular. Cyanide, Portobello, and Moon Unit. Top names of 2020.
Moon Unit.
Darn it! Why didn't I think of Moon Unit Massey?
Yeah.
What about Mug? Mug Costanza.
Cyanide?
Cyanide is how is it spelled?
Like the poison.
Oh, that's not fun.
FIFA and felony, but with a PH.
Okay.
Yep.
Felony.
Maybe it's Filoni. I don't know.
Filoni. I like that.
Another top name from this is a top name from 2017, Maybelline.
What that? So you're sitting in there and you're like, what should we name him? And then maybe it's Maybelline comes on the. And you're
how
like,
about Dr.
Maybe
Pepper?
she is Maybelline.
How about soda?
I see spicy is on that list, and I just don't even understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's a Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii. Massey.
Nice. What's Moon Unit? What's that all about?
It's a unit of moon. It's a measurement. Okay.
How many moon units is a football field?
Actually, that was Frank Zappa named his oldest daughter that.
Okay.
Her siblings include Dweezil and Diva Muffin.
Diva Muffin?
Yeah, it's Diva Muffin. I like Dweezil.
I like Dweezil.
Is that Jewish? Is that like Yiddish or something?
Dweezil. She's such a dweezil.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love Moon Unit. Zappa.
Dweezil Zappa.
Dweezil Zappa. That sounds like a really insulting thing to call somebody. Dweezil.
Yeah, it does.
It's like a dweeb and a weasel.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but yes, I am familiar with this Stanford University list. This is actually the this is the guide that they've sent out to other colleges, universities across the United States as to be part of their, I don't know, curriculum or just of their woke workplace.
Yeah, we haven't done this one in a while, and it has been since updated the last time we did it. So we figured we'd keep all of our listeners in tune with how to speak when you're speaking with somebody with purple hair, for example. These are the terms that you should be using, not that outdated stuff.
If you're not sure of what gender they are,
then use these. So, So, the classic thing that they kind of use, a blind study.
Yeah.
That's one, that means, it's a blind study. They that means that they don't know they're participating in it, or they don't know each other, or whatever it is. It's just a useful term.
It's ableist, actually.
Is it ableist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is, because they're asking that you do a masked study.
Masked study,
like a ballroom, like a masquerade.
The mask still has eye holes, so you can still see.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good point.
Very good point.
The burlap sack study.
Yeah. I don't know who says confined to a wheelchair. I don't know who says that.
I don't imagine a lot of people say that.
Yeah,
I have heard it before.
Yes, for sure.
So and so is confined to a wheelchair.
It doesn't say. It seems weird, like bound.
They're stuck in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
The idea, they're not stuck. It's just to move around. They are confined to it, right?
Yeah.
Instead of crazy, you should say surprising, because crazy is obviously ableist language that trivializes the experience of people living with mental health conditions.
But what if it's not surprising because your sister is bipolar manic or something?
She's just crazy.
She's crazy. That's not surprising.
Don't ever tell anyone that they've got a good head on their shoulders because that's offensive to people without heads.
Yes.
Handicap parking, no longer accessible parking.
Accessible parking. Shouldn't all parking be accessible?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's inaccessible parking. You have to go park there.
Yeah,
buddy. All right. Lame is ableist language that can trivialize the experience of people living with disabilities. Nobody uses lame. And that's the 1800s. You got a big lead ball in your leg from a musket, and now your leg is left lame. Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody says that anymore. Yeah. OCD.
Or they say lame.
That's lame.
Yeah.
OCD, you're not allowed to say that anymore. Detail-oriented.
No, I hate that. I hate that.
Detail-oriented.
That's not
OCD
No,
anyway.
you know how people like to claim that they're OCD because they like their volume on an even number or something? They claim they're OCD. No.
I've heard it a million times. Forgive me, I'm so OCD. I'm like looking at their workplace. I'm like, no, you're not.
No,
You
no.
are definitely not. You do not have obsessive compulsive disorder. Your whole house and life is a mess.
Yeah.
All right, and it's not like you're not detail oriented. You have OCD. You just do weird things for no reason.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
I kind of think it's made up too. I might just go ahead and say there might be some real cases of it.
Right,
but I think most OCD.
I think it's got to be pretty extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've told you before because one of the things is like you've heard people like, oh, he opens and closes the door 10 times and then he'll go through. So yes, OCD.
Yeah.
Let's put a hidden camera up and see if he actually does that when nobody's looking.
Every single time.
Every single time. No, that's
interesting.
I've seen those people. You're like, you faking it.
Yeah.
You faking
People do just blanket put that on themselves.
They do,
Yeah.
but it is a very real thing.
Well, this one
Just
here,
not the way that you think.
Right.
OCD isn't. It's not mainly about counting or flicking the light switch on and off. It's thinking, if I don't turn the oven off, if I don't make sure that the oven is off, my whole house is going to blow up and my whole family's going to die. That's OCD.
But that's true.
No, that's compulsively going back to see 80 times to make sure that your oven is off. That's what OCD is. It's not, oh, I don't like even numbers or I don't like odd numbers. It's very serious stuff. Yes, there are people who do have to turn the light switch on and off like 10 times. Sure, it's more common to
You're a worry
to
wart.
manifest it like in mentally. It's not so much physical stuff.
Right. But that makes sense. I mean,
I'm skeptical.
Sure, I understand.
Right. How about this one? Walk in. All right, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Now it's ableist language, but instead of walk in, you should say drop in. What am I, a paratrooper? Like, just come crashing through the roof? Am I just swinging in on a vine? I'm not dropping in. I'm walking in.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
What about the people who can't drop in?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not okay.
If you can't walk in, you're not
certainly
dropping.
not dropping in.
Certainly not. Yeah.
I'm here for my appointment. Or actually, no, I don't have one. I'm just dropping in. All right. So instead of calling somebody a graybeard, which is, I've never heard that, it's it's an old person.
Ageist?
Yeah, you're being ageist.
Skyrim?
Yeah, consider using the person's name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I never thought of that. Instead of saying somebody's senile, they're a person suffering from senility. Isn't that
It's
just
the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There's lots of them. This one is very weird to me. Instead of saying the Philippine Islands, you should say the Philippines or the Republic of the Philippines. The term is politically incorrect and denotes colonialism. Some people of Filipino heritage might use the term, though. Well, can't we then? It's the Philippine Islands.
It's a bunch of islands.
It's literally like
100 of them.
Thousands.
Yeah, or
thousands.
of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Culturally appropriative language. Oh gosh, we should probably stop here.
I love that people are getting paid to think this.
Yeah. Geronimo. You're not allowed to say Geronimo. Now, Geronimo, a famous leader and medicine man whose name is used today as a caricature of the brave warrior, often during macho pursuits. Well, Geronimo was he was a dude. Like if anybody would say Geronimo as they dropped in, it was Geronimo.
Yeah, he
all
was
right,
kind of a warrior.
He was a
Yeah.
bit of a warrior. So we're not allowed to say Geronimo.
Yeah, and it's just I've read the story of where Geronimo came from. It was just something like some U.S. paratrooper just he just if anything to psych himself up about jumping out of an airplane. He jumps out and just goes Geronimo. And, you know,
he
just
channels the energy of a long, a myth, not a mythical, but like a classic warrior of American heritage.
Something
Like
to pump himself up. Before he jumps out of an airplane.
Geronimo.
Yeah, that's just what he latched onto. You know? And
you're not
so
allowed.
next time you jump out of an airplane, do not.
Yeah.
You better not, just in case someone hears you.
We're doing a cannonball into the pool.
Yeah,
So I always
exactly.
do that.
Yeah, you're supposed to say like, do we have any like, who could we say
guess you
like
could-
Thor?
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. How about guru? You're not allowed to say a guru.
That's so goofy.
That one's kind of goofy to me a little bit. You're not a guru because only gurus, exist in like Hindu kind of literature or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're mythological. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say that. You don't want to say on the warpath because that's you're on the
Too
offensive.
aggressive.
They want you to say. Obviously, you can't say spirit animal anymore. You can't reference a tribe. That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Yeah, freshman.
Come after my tribe.
Yeah, you have to say a fresh person instead of a freshman, or a frosh. They're saying a frosh.
Oh, that just rolls right off.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't say gentleman anymore?
No, you can't say ladies and gentlemen. You have to say everyone, please.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen is such a classy way. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the president. Everyone. It's
And
like,
when
hey,
some-
everyone.
Yeah, some ladies and there's someone like, hey, you left me out. What?
I thought I included you.
Yeah, over here, the one with the pink hair.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. How about that? Does that work?
Yes.
All right, we'll find one more. We'll find one more here. Yes. You can't say manpower. A lot of manpower. All right, to move that to upend that falling over bulldozer is going to take a lot of manpower. Now it's going to take a lot of person power. All right.
I like manpower.
I like manpower too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes me feel manly.
Yeah, exactly. I put a lot of manpower into moving that hutch
I
into
did.
your house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you did.
All right, that's enough of that. We just thought we'd keep y'all on the on the tippy top of what's going on in our academia. So if you
Yes.
find yourself walking around in a college, don't ever say manpower or stuff like that.
No.
It's good that they're focusing on this, especially at a time when so many college graduates don't have jobs.
Yeah.
They're not being really oriented for a future in a career. No, it's all about what words you should not use.
Absolutely. Now here, also
Good
you
thing
can't-
that so much money, so much taxpayer money goes to these, these institutions as well.
I'm going to leave this one with y'all. You got to stop saying Karen. Because that's demanding or entitled white woman. You're supposed to say that. The term is used to ridicule or demean a certain group of people based on their behaviors. Agreed.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Guys, we got to get out of here. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I've been missing all the Facebook Live interaction on this one, too. Okay, well, we'll have to read those, some of Vox Po's favorite canceled words here, maybe on Monday. Thanks, everybody, of course, for joining us. We got to get out of here. It's time for the weekend. Join us next week, Monday, Facebook Live giveaways, football squares. I've got 50 down, 50 left. Very fun. To Greg Rebels, who is on a trip. For Patrick Massey, our news director, Jennifer Albert sitting next to me, I'm Tyler. This has been the Brew Crew. God bless you. Have a great weekend.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting. A fish fry fundraiser is scheduled for this weekend to help raise funds for the Poly Cemetery in Little River County. Plates will be served between 4 and 6 p.m. at the Saragordo Fire Department.